Hey, 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 hey. How you doing? How you doing? Have y'all missed me like I missed y'all? Have you? How you doing good? I hope you're doing good. Am I still a Marsha? Hell yeah. How the Marsha's in the building doing? Marsha. How you doing? Happy pajama Jimmy Jam. Jared, how you doing? Susan says, how you doing? Mama Ann, how you feeling? How you doing in here? Yeah, I feel like I ain't been live in so long. I'm like, wait, is this new? What do you do again? You push what? But I've been here. I've been in the building. I had to change the time because I had to run to the store because I was making meatloaf, and I realized I needed something else. And I said, wait a minute, if I go live first, I'm gonna miss the store because they close at 6. So I said, let me go ahead and get to the stir, change the time, so I could come in here uninterrupted. So when I end, it's just when I end it. So if it lasts, Nino, my man said, hey, how you doing? Um, um, but if I had to change it. So yeah, I had to. I had to change the time, and I hate to do it, but I ain't been here, so it's either change the time or not come in. And Marsha said she was coming. She said she was coming in the building today, so I came on up in the building. See, baby sis, how you doing? I feel like I just saw you when I ran to the store. Hey girl, how you doing? Is my baby next to you? So I said, hey girl, how you doing? But yes, like I said, I had to change the time now. I was telling them how I had started to make dinner. I'm always forgetting something. I'm the only person that go in the store for something and end up without it. So I switched the time. So it's like everybody was here before. And then they said, wait a minute, but that's all right. They know one thing about me. That's the good thing about the replay buttons. You can always come back. You can always slow rewind it slow and watch it. But girls, let me tell y'all something. I've been off the internet, not off the internet, because I still been dropping shorts and doing uploads. And I've been doing shorts and doing uploads and stuff, but I haven't been going live as much. And then last Sunday, I was gonna go live, but my thing for this for Sunday end up going longer. And when I got home, I just like, you know what? Part of a pajama Jimmy Jam is just enjoying your day, relaxing, doing something for yourself, enjoying. It's just your day. You know what I'm saying? Not just my day, it's your day. So pajama Jimmy Jam belongs to the kings and the queens. So I just chilled. I missed y'all though. I missed y'all. So at first I was like, yeah, I'm gonna come live during the week. And then I just feel like every day, I've just been taking my days day by day. You know what I mean? Literally, that's what I'm doing. I've been trying to enjoy the moment and not to get too heavy in my head. You know, we get heavy in the head. I know I do. I ain't afraid to admit it. I do. I get so deep in my head sometimes that I gotta get a life jacket to get out of it. Say, wait, girl, get out of it. And sometimes you say, wait a minute, if shit's so heavy, let me go ahead and watch some people a little crazier than me. Let me go watch how I used to react. Let me, that's what I do. And so I can watch people and be like, that ain't me. That ain't me. I don't do that no more. You know, I don't get down like that no more. That ain't me. But I could easily get with the shits. I could see it a mile away though. That's one thing. I could peep it a mile away. I can peep it. And this week I've been watching. I'm so tired, y'all. These be the same old victims. I mean, all over the YouTube, whether you know them in Texas or you don't. It's the same old thing. People go out here, do this, do that. Then as soon as it get heavy, as soon as the kitchen get a little hot, here come the cheerleaders. Here come the Johnny Cochrans. Here come everybody to defend them. Okay, first of all, if they had this much of a defense, then they shouldn't be in nothing. Nobody should be messing with them because I mean, they got a whole army of people that's not going to do can't get how you parents. But around here, you don't want people not going to do nothing. Matter of fact, on that, if your army people that beat the Susan says, welcome back. A whole army of that. So these people running around telling you with a group of people that did the stuff they swear they don't want done. I was listening earlier. You know, bragging about the fact that he is his witness. You a thief. Ugh. Why my laptop decides what it's gonna do, I just come on my phone. But anyway, yeah, bad connection. That's what I'm saying. It shot me out on my laptop. I'm trying to see what's going on with that right now. But anyway, Marsha got many devices, so we could do this all day StreamYard. I mean, it was not StreamYard right now. That was my Wi-Fi. So I'm not gonna blame StreamYard, okay? But anyway, like I said, when you watch most of these people, that's why it's easy for me to do jokes on me. Y'all, I promise you, I'm gonna stop doing the videos on my phone. But sometimes I'm just inspired in the middle of me doing nothing. And that's why you get it. It's real natural. You know, I'm watching a live on my laptop or on my TV, and then they talking about somebody. I say, you know what? They just inspired me. They inspire me, so then I end up doing a video. So yeah, I'm gonna get better, but first we had to see how they do. And now that I see that they are liked and they are appreciated and they are bringing laughter to a community that's on fire, the world on fire, and these heifers are throwing gasoline everywhere. It's bad enough John got on gasoline draws and he taking all of them to hell with him. You know what I'm saying? But that's a whole nother live. You know what I mean? I can't even with these heifers. I mean, it's been a couple of weeks since I didn't go live last week. I got to catch up on all the stuff I've been watching in the last 2 weeks. You know, it's been going down. Sarah Z, how you doing? Doom Doom, how you doing, little bruh? But yeah, like I said, it's been going down. It's been going down, and some of these people are so low. You know, they could suck a earthworm's dick without bending over, but that's a whole nother story. You know, that's a whole nother thing. But they real low. You know, they the type of people that when you see them, you just start singing songs like "How low can you go?" or "How low did he go?" Did he go down low? You know, and so it's just been so much going on. I mean, I've just seen groups of people become friends that are fighting for what they've done to each other. I can't sit with no. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna break these. I'm gonna break these down. In my opinion, it's all Danny's opinion. Danny's about to enter the studio to come off her phone. So hold on, hold, please hold. Why I become French when I say your name, Michelle? Michelle Lebel. I become French suddenly. Look at me. Oh God, I gotta stop. I think the moon must know she next on my list of skanks to talk about. But anyway, back to the B. I don't care if you out 115 times. We're gonna come back 115 times. I'm not moving. The most I'm doing is getting on my cell phone. Anyway, so like I was saying before, so we got the B. The B literally has an army of people that fight about all the stuff she does. You know, to be the only person, when you look at her team, I'm talking about from subscribers down, it's a team of people that either once hated her, she once hated them, they came back, they back in love, they back drinking the Kool-Aid, or once they had her terrified and had a whole team of people speaking against them about her. So, Kristen, how you doing? Just I can't hear during how you doing. But yeah, like I said, so when I see this going on, I said, wait a minute, she's a witness. Is she gonna stand on there when John is talking about how Marie and them didn't believe that he tried to take his life? When he's talking about that, is she gonna jump on and show her clips of when she didn't believe it? Is she gonna show the clips of the bridge that she swore he could have never crossed? Is she gonna do that? Is she gonna show the clips of her sitting up with Mims while Mims gave him a double booty hole? No, she's not gonna play. Is she going to play when she agreed that he was a racist, when she agreed he was a loser, when she agreed that she wasn't gonna hang with him because he hung with terrorists, aka Terry Lynn? But really, she wanted to wear Terry Lynn's skin, but that's a whole other story. That's not my fight. We just talking here. I'm not fighting nobody. We just talking. It's a pajama Jenny Jam. We got something real. We are. And the B love when Mo Union grab. How you doing? Mm-hmm. Unsweetened Kool-Aid. It's like Flavor Aid. It's Flavor Aid with no sugar. Anyway, that leads back over there to Sewell. But I'm going to get to her later. Sewell, I'm going to get to her later. Anyway, remember, this is a crew of people who swear that the stuff they hate being done to them, they got to stop the people who did it as they hang with the people who were the leaders of it, who were the founding fathers of treating them like schmut shit. I got to see what. Let's get back on this B real quick. Anyway, so like I said, just look around, and every time the B is getting defended, every time one of her Beehive members or followers or Kool-Aid drinkers are defending her, I want you to look into her record, and I bet you'll find out she did the same thing that they defended her for. I guarantee. I can sit and say I've done none of this stuff. So yeah, they think what they want. They don't like me because they don't like people I like, and that's their problem, not mine. So they can get over it, because I will. I won't get under it. I won't even get over it. I won't even go through it, because that's not bad. It's not. But like I said, I don't believe none of these people say. They are trash. Like I said, the B running around talking about everybody. And Snuggle Bunny, how you doing? Says the B running around talking about everybody and how kind of parent they are. Girl, is she going off the example of hers? Because, honey, unless one of her siblings get a channel, if she's representation, honey, ooh, they definitely want the Brady's. Maybe the Bundys as in it. Maybe the Krugers as Freddie. Maybe Jay Voorhees, maybe family, maybe the Manson family. I don't know, but I damn sure know. I know they wasn't the Brady's, they wasn't the Partridge, they wasn't none good. You name a good family. Cosby's, none of it. They wasn't none of that. But she got the handbook on parenting. We're gonna get off of her because she been on top of too long. So we're gonna get off of her. Somebody give her back a break. Let's get to Sewell. Now, Sewell is in here and they defending her too. This is another weak woman who they're defending, who every bed she's laying in, she made it herself. Okay? Every bed. Matter of fact, down to the fact that she is sitting here bullying Brooke's daughter, as people laugh at it, kiki with it, replay it, repeat it. She's bullying her, saying that Brookie bullied her son or brought her son in or interviewed her son or looked at her son or watched the video, which is public information. But then she didn't. Your son came because half that crew you hang with has talked about your son. Half that crew you hang with has dissed your son, has made your son's picture public, has called your son a homosexual, has disrespected your son, has disrespected your parenting. They talked about Princess, her teeth. But that's the crew you running with. And you mad because your son called the man who called him. Yacht is the only person I know LGBTQI who thinks the part of it wrong with. I don't. So Yacht, that store didn't even want to raise his son because of homosexual. It's sexually wrong, right? Remember, we were also like school because of this, because why mama is cheerleading the dude. They run this stat camp and they call me like because Andy is not children. But they run even at one point who's dancing. Dancing. Yeah, I know it was good because it cut me off. But anyway, here's the thing, y'all. Maria said something the other day in her community wall that was important. And we've said it several times. Several of us have said it. But the thing is, nobody does it. If you ignore these people, yeah, they can keep talking. But I mean, they're going to do the same thing. They're going to dox you, whether you ignore them or not. One of the things they love to do is say, if I see you in a chat, I'm doxing you. Why do you need to dox me because I'm in a chat? All they do is harass people. All they do is try to prove they got somebody's information. All they try to do is prove that, but they can't prove to us that they really got residency. They can't prove to us that they really went and took a shower today. They can't prove to us that those animals are eating and not sucking in all the smoke from the cigarettes or chain smoking that you're doing in your house. They can't do that for us, but they can do all of this. I mean, they come on here. John done showed us more blood in his toilet than most women on a heavy cycle done had in their toilet. He done showed us more of that than he wonders why we're sending tampons. Not we. I'm talking about the people. Why they sending tampons. But yet he don't go to the doctor. The only time he went to the doctor is when he had the C scare. That was just a scare. The doctor said you might have it, but you don't have it. But just in case you might have it, I want you to go on the internet and get a good grifting in your life about it. These are a pack of losers. I would love to call them a pack of winners. I would love to call them a pack of wolves. I would love to call them a pack of Virginia Slims. But they are none of that. They are definitely losers. Let's finish. Who else is in this committee? Everybody is in here because first of all, when they went and picked sticks, they all said, who do we all hate commonly? And the list went Tara Lynn, and it went Maria. And then they said, hold on, and we got more hate for you than we got sticks. And then they said, well, Heidi, about 4 of us hate you, 2 can stand you, 1 might give you a call one day. Who knows? It depends on how they feeling on that Friday. They said, oh, Savage, as long as you're talking about the B, we're going to continue to drink the Kool-Aid that makes us think that she's not the piece of shit we said she was before this. I can't trust somebody in a group
who once did to me what I'm telling y'all I hate being done to me. I couldn't see myself being with a man talking about, yeah, I can't stand men who cheat on me, as the man who is next to me is cheating on me right now while I'm talking about it. He on the phone with another chick while I'm telling you how I can't stand a cheater. No, no, I can't. I can't. These women are disgusting. And then these women, they probably sitting around, yeah, tell them Brooke's daughter. Brooke's daughter had a car accident. See what your son said? He didn't even have food. He would have gave anything for a car, let alone. He could have did Uber Eats, got some mommy and ate. Why you picking on somebody? That's not me picking on your child. That's not. That's me saying, girl, get off somebody's back. Parenting ain't great. Some of us are, hey, shit, my kids might come on here and say, I couldn't stand up Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But even if they did, I wouldn't sit with the people who dogged them and tell you I'm disowning them. I can't stand my kids. I'm gonna give you one more time to get up off here and stop talking about me. How about you stop talking about him? How about you stop hanging with the people who attack him? Go to court on that. And I'm telling you, if I was your ex-husband, if I was your ex-husband's wife, I would be going to the court with clips of John saying that about your daughter, and then you still being with him, and that you are so involved with stuff that you fear the safety of your daughter. I'd do that. I really would. I really would. Because they're gonna take that a lot more serious. I really would. You hang with the man who wanna defecate in your daughter's mouth? And the same man who was caught who put your son's picture on the internet before he was legal and told us that he was a homosexual whose lover killed himself. That's what your mama hang with. But these are the people to tell us about Mother's Day. Girl, for Mother's Day, I hope y'all get toes that piss in your face. Like, uh. uh. Only thing Jewel's gonna get for Mother's Day is a call from all the men whose mother glad they left her. I'm lying, cause they don't even know her. They didn't even know their son was boinking her. Hmm. Wait, do I? Hold on, let me turn this off. That's what she does, and that's why I'm saying. I'm gonna text on here, and it's not me making fun of. I'm just like these, and that's what's so funny. If I come on here, and I tell me, wait, do I sound like a robot? If so, I'm gonna come out and come back in. If I sound like a robot, okay. Well, like I said, some of these people they come on here and they this, and then if anybody even brings up them dissing or says, "Oh, this is how I felt by what they did," or "Oh, or I think this is wrong," or "Oh, this is what," then they be like, "Oh, look at you, you messy." I'm not messy. I'm talking about what I saw. I don't call nobody. I don't get on this thing like, "Oh, yeah, who against who? Let's go against them. Let's do this. Let's do that." I don't care about this stuff like that. I don't. I don't. I don't. But I can't hear somebody telling me, "Oh my God, stop picking on people as we pick on people." Oh, it's okay if we pick on her, but y'all don't pick on nobody else. I mean, don't pick on us. Y'all leave John alone. Leave John alone. As John is harassing everybody and their mother, as he is torturing women, as he is, come on. Oh, don't, I'm not a racist. You know how many this I did and how many that I did, and you, what? Stop doing stuff that make people say that. I mean, this guy who sounded like he was still drinking the Kool Aid, who was begging for the bees' forgiveness yesterday, uh, King Bobby. I don't know what his name was. I don't remember. It wasn't that important. But anyway, even him, he's like, oh, they gave out my info. That's all they do. They give out addresses. They give out kids' names. They give out FOIAs. They give out this. They give out that. They give out STIs, STDs. I don't know, but they give out a lot, in my opinion. They give out a lot. And it's always people who got to jump. Oh my God, just don't do them like that. They don't deserve this. Don't you understand what they're going through? I don't. I don't understand what they're doing. And trust me, I don't sit on the internet. I've been more in the Jaguar stuff this week. So, like I said, I'm going to talk about whatever I watch. I am. I'm not on no side. I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm not on team nothing. I'm on team how I felt about it. I'm on team be Danny and nobody else. That's what I'm on the team of. Nothing else. Like I said, I made meatloaf, mashed potatoes, and broccoli for dinner. Some of these people are going to be begging somebody to give them dinner because they sat on a live too long, bashing everybody but themselves. Asking themselves, how come you end up in every time in this beef with these people doing the worst stuff you hate so much? That's what people should be asking themselves. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hey Tina, Tina, hey sis, how you doing? Mm-hmm. The same people, though. The same people, Doc said. You know how many video? Well, y'all know how many videos they got of the B saying, "I got somebody address." Oh, I'm gonna tell. I know what I know, or some secret group where you're sworn not to tell. First of all, here's something I'm gonna say. I was watching Maria's earlier, Maria and Ann's earlier. And so as I'm watching, listening to it, first of all, I hear Sweaty. Let me make this very clear. Sweaty was never a friend. Let me tell you something. If you thought somebody was a friend, they do things a friend would never do, they were never a friend. So in the presence, it's hard for me to call them a friend, knowing they did nothing a friend would do. I knew of and knew Sweaty from October until January. Okay. Sweaty tries to buy everybody, and she really was Team Amber and Siwa first. She is one of the people who bought Siwa's undercover, I mean, underwater camera, all that stuff. Sweaty is, like I said, Sweaty is somebody else. She wants to buy friends, but she's messy as hell, and she's a compulsive liar. She's a compulsive liar. And just like the rest of them, in my opinion, she's suffering from something else, and it has nothing to do with the stuff they saying. That's how I feel about all of them, in my opinion. And I'm not no doctor. I'm not no psychiatrist. I'm none of that. I'm not no drug counselor. I am none of that. But I just know when I see something off. And all of them are a tidbit off. All of them. All of them. And then they all judge everybody. They all have an opinion about everybody and everything. They do. They really do. Well, while I'm here, I'm actually making me a sauce for my meatloaf. So I'm taking some Sweet Baby Ray's. Anyway, um, yeah, but they have an opinion on everybody, what they could do, what they could do better, what their family must be like. Let me go dig into their family. Hold on, do you got a DUI? Do you have a DWI? Oh, that makes me better than you. But hold on, I got a whole file saying I'm a snitch. I got a whole file on a man that I laid in the bed with unprotectedly, want to spread my legs for and everything else. I was telling on him. I said, but don't judge me. Don't bring that up. Don't bring up when I attempted to do something and I wrote names on my wrist because that's wrong. Girl, you brought it to the internet. That's why we know it. You know why anybody knows that story, girl? Because you brought it to the internet. That's why we know it. Didn't nobody go and dig into your files? Didn't nobody go sleep with your doctor? Didn't nobody do none of that? None of them. Sorry, y'all. I just put ketchup, mustard, Sweet Baby Ray's. Actually, I'm thinking about putting a little bit of brown sugar. But with that, I think I want to kind of. Anyway, but yeah, that's how they are around here. And that just gets annoying. And then, like, you're wrong for saying, I don't agree with it. Because they say, oh, you agree with it because you like such and such. No, I don't agree with it no matter who's doing it. I don't need an army to say that. I don't. You know how I prove that I don't agree with doxing people's kids? I ain't doxing nobody's kids or their life or their address. None of them. Even when I drove by the B, I was looking for that rehab center in my state for all the people. We have so many drug addicts in my state that if you have rehab centers that are housing them during the winter, we need to help them. So, that's not me making it public, girl. You got it out. It's out for the public. I could put the ad inside of a Jules. I could go put the ad on the internet and not get in trouble because you got it out there, girl. So, like I said, at the end of the night, I ain't did it. I ain't did it. I haven't got with a group of nobody to take none of y'all down or to try to take y'all down. I haven't spied nobody and been like, oh, I heard you was somewhere. Let me not like you. I've done none of that stuff to nobody. And I never will because it's not me. It's not me. If what you like about me is because of YouTube, then you don't like me. Oh, I'm making meatloaf, mashed potatoes, and I'm actually making mashed potatoes where I peeled half of the potatoes all the way, and then some of them I left some skin, so it could have a little bit of skin on it, and then some broccoli. So that's what I'm making. Hold on one second. Well, I'll still be talking, but I had to move over and put this on top of the meatloaf so I can put it back in for a second. But yeah, I can. I'm sorry for the scraping noise. I'm really sorry for those who are sensitive because you got your earphones on, because my earphones have me hear everything. So I'm sorry. I apologize. And I know how I don't like those noises myself, even when I'm making it myself. I just don't. But now, one of the things I do when I make my meatloaf, when I mix the meat together and stuff, I like to add whatever it is you're putting in the on the top. I like to add that in the middle so that there's flavor all the way through it. And everybody's different. I know some people who use Doritos in, when they mixing everything with their meat together. I know some people who use crackers. I know some people who use breadcrumbs. I am someone who use crackers, but yeah, so that's what I'm making. But yeah, Stacy, how you doing? Says how you doing? Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. And you know what? I watch a lot of stuff, and sometimes I don't go in chats, and I truly don't go in chats for a bunch of different reasons. You know what I mean? It's a bunch of different reasons. Sometimes I'm watching on my TV, so as far as I'm concerned, there's no chat to go in because I'm watching you on the TV. Then sometimes I don't go in the chat because there are people who I know they're in there messy. I know it. And you'll fall into their trap because a lot of these people are here to deflect. They here to kick up something. They here to pass a message. They here to bring a bone. They hear, you know what I'm saying? They here for something messy. I could promise you that. I could promise you that. And so for me, it's like if I'm being messy, I'm not denying it. I'm not coming in secret. I'm just coming in like, hey, I came up in here to rock the whole show. I came on here because I can't stand Peter Paul or nobody in their crew. And I came in here to destroy you. I literally am that person. I literally am. I'm not coming in your chat like, oh, hold on, let me tell you what Terry Land thinks. I'm here to speak for it. And I tell you, I'm a Marsha and I run with Marshas, which means that my people know how to speak up for themselves. And they won't hesitate to speak up for themselves. They won't. You don't gotta worry about that. I don't. I don't worry about that. I know that they don't need me to come and you know what I mean? They don't need none of that. They got it. And they know that I'm gonna speak for what I believe in. And I didn't come to hurt nobody. I didn't. So one thing you're never gonna hear me say is, oh, if you with them and I don't like them, I can't mess with you. That's not what that's gonna have me not messing with you. You disrespecting me with them is gonna have me not messing with you. That's really what's gonna have me not messing with you. So other than that, so there's so many people on here who y'all remind me of little kids. Y'all know how these young kids be like, if you don't put that you in a relationship on social media, you not really in a relationship. Hold on. Do they live in my house? Hmm. Hmm. My washing ain't clothes. I'm in a relationship, so whether that relationship is good, bad, or different, I'm in one now. I'm in a relationship. And me putting it on here doesn't change anything. I'm about to put a half a stick of butter into this. But yeah, no. No. But that's how it is on here. Oh, you was in such and such chat. That means you loyal to him. That means you this. It means I went over there and watched, and I wasn't a coward, afraid to say I was there, or I didn't go there so that I could help somebody else know that they was over there talking about them. That's not why I go on people's chat. I didn't come in no chat so I could let the people who don't like you know that the people who they think like them is in a chat. I don't do that. I don't. I don't. That's not. Yeah, like I said, some of these people around here and what people doing, I don't do that. So I don't know how we in the same boat. But when I hear my name, it'll be like, oh, and Danny did that, and she know I didn't. And I'm not gonna say none of you grown-ups did something because y'all hang with somebody who did something. If one of your friends went to jail, that mean I went to jail. That mean I was okay with what they did. That mean I was doing what they did. No, I don't. It's like when young men say, well, if your friend lose, you lose. Mm. That's giving many a men reasons to take advantage of women for many a years. Because she knew somebody promiscuous that made her promiscuous. Because she came with her, that means she wanted to give up something. Oh, she said no. Okay, yeah, some of this stuff I just can't do. That's why I said no. We're gonna keep laughing over here. We're gonna keep loving over here. I don't think I'm better than nobody. I don't think, you know what I mean? I don't think I'm not flawed. I don't think none of that. Never pretended like it was that way. I think and I've said this, now this I won't deny. I'm one of the realest people holding a conversation with y'all. The love I'm giving you is real. The things I'm telling you is real. I never said I wasn't flawed. I actually told you I want to be better than the old me. I want to stop living in the hateful part of me that don't trust nobody, hate on everybody, won't even let you into my real life because I don't trust you. I don't want to be that. Sorry, y'all. I cannot stand metal hitting. I don't even like to eat off metal, so I have to mute this real quick because this fork keeps hitting this thing, and I hate the sound of it. I'm sorry, I don't know about y'all. When I have mashed potatoes, I like little lumps of potatoes still in there. So I was trying my best not to, because I let them get real soft. And I was trying my best not to let it go all. I wanted some with a little bit of lump in it. And when I was young, I only liked smooth mashed potatoes. Extra butter, smooth. You know what I mean? That's how I like my mashed potatoes. I still love all that butter. Do not get me wrong right there, but I like grounded pepper if I'm going to use it. And I'm not a big fan of white salt. So the butter has salt in it. So as far as I'm concerned, that's enough salt. And that'll do what I need it to do. And so I was going to make cornbread with it, but I decided that I was going to make biscuits because I really wanted biscuits. I don't know, y'all. I just wanted biscuits. I wish I'd lie and tell y'all I was making some biscuits from scratch, but I would be telling y'all a whole fib. I am truly making some jumbo biscuits, just some biscuits, right out the can, into your oven, into some butter. That is what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm telling you. That's what I'm telling Tina. The stuff these people do. Let me set this timer because I only want to brown this for a few minutes. But yeah, the stuff these people do is ridiculous. And they always looking for like your flaw. So when they're watching it, they're looking for your flaw. But if you're just watching stuff and paying attention and actually listening, I don't have to look for your flaw. It's gonna show up on its own. You're gonna do it yourself without me. You're going. So, for example, all these people will literally be on a panel saying the most hateful shit, saying, "Grab the link, come up, come up, come up," and then say, "Oh, these people only come to fight." You only call them when you want to fight. You only call them when you want to do something nasty, and then they have what they call a moment of being hateful. They have several moments of being hateful. Matter of fact, a lot of them, hey Heidi, how you doing, sis? How you doing, Lack? A lot of them have a lot of years of being hateful, of being shady, of being evil, of being backstabbers, of being flip floppers, of being prejudiced or racist. They all got years of it. And it's all these freaking bone deliverers. Oh, let me tell you, how come everybody didn't see it? Everything Danny tells you all about, I saw it. I don't want to be in a secret group. Remember, a secret group is where they was passing around pictures. And it took months for people to come out. And then it's still to this day, it's people who act like it didn't happen because they rather hate on people than say wrong is wrong. I could hate John Yates guts. If he said something that made sense, I'd say he made sense. If he said something and it was something I agreed or would say, I'd say, I was thinking the same thing. I can't believe me and him thought because that can happen. But these people can't do that. Mm-mm, mm-mm. They all are the gods of perfection. They all are the example of how to be the best YouTuber or the best person as they are the most terrible people in the world. I know that's right. I have probably made biscuits from scratch like twice in my life. Uh-huh. Rabbit holes have tunnels, yes. And think about it. Let's go backwards. Let's just think about how some of these people got here. So let's go back, way back as far as you can go. Okay, so like if you go back further, some of us are gonna go back further with people than others will. But hold on a second. I had to get Nino up here otherwise. Messing with Nina, y'all. I just kicked myself back out. Sorry, that was me this time. But anyway, let's go back on something. So, how far back can some of y'all go with the B? Here's how far back I go with the B. So when I first heard of the B, I didn't even know who she was. So when I kept hearing about this bottom hoe, this tattling hoe, this informant, I didn't even know what was going on. I'm hearing this story, but at the same time, I was also hearing about this this Terry time. So I kept hearing about her, and there was times when I was kind of confusing the two. So then Amzi, who I had heard about because Amzi came up on Reels apologizing for calling him the N word. You know what I mean? And how she grew up with blacks, so they had gave her permission to say it. I don't know, some lame stuff she was saying. I was gonna say some gamey stuff she was saying, but some lame stuff she was saying. But anyway, so when Amzi made the whole curb stomp statement, I so didn't even know who the B was. I was confusing the B and Amzi to be one person because when I would watch Sewer, when I would watch Siwa, now we're gonna call them by their names. When I would watch Siwa would 1 minute be like, oh, even though I don't like her, I can't say that I feel bad. I don't feel bad because she tried to take her life and she wrote Terry Lynn and them name on her arm. So I knew, I said, wait a minute, that's the one with the arm, writing on the arm. So, like I said, hearing it through these people, then Amzi so-called was going to try to take her life. And once again, Siwa was an advocate and a speaker for it. So I really didn't know. Like I said, I knew more of who Amzi was than I knew who the B was. When I went over to the Bees for the first time to listen to her, honest to God, it was the day she brought Happy up there when Happy came on Terry Lynn's to basically say she had something to say, then try to check people because she liked to silently try to check. This is in my opinion. She came on and did that, and then she left from Terry Lynn's panel and went over to Jules. So that was my first time actually watching Jules live. I didn't get something against. I ain't come up in no chat like I was a cheerleader. I didn't do any of that. I just watched and kept on moving. Anyway, she would come up in my recommendations. And one day I came in and she was playing Jules. Jules was in there playing Jen's live, but she was doing like, a recap and stuff, and she had me laughing. And I like to laugh. So I went. And so, like I said, if I'd be in Terry Lynn chat and they'd be talking about it or whatever, I would be in the chat talking to people. I'd be in there talking about sperm pancakes and laughing and joking and minding my own business. That's her panel. She could do whatever she want. You get what I'm saying? So, like I said, I would be minding my own business. When I went over there, never took no bones, never was on no drama. She played music. Hey, this was what I saw. But what I also saw was when things didn't go her way, she do temper tantrum. She acted entitled. She really didn't care about anyone but herself. And it was her way or no way. So I thought, man, she must be an only child. Then one day it was like she had 6 siblings, 5 siblings. I said, damn, you came from a family that big? And you act like the world revolves and the sun rises and sets in your ass. And I was like, oh, this is weird. Hmm. I don't need a secret room. A secret room means either I'm lying or I'm doing things that I know are wrong. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, so like I said, everybody has a different encounter with some of these people. John, first time I saw John when him and Brittany were getting back and forth into it. And what I saw for a fact was John was stalking Brittany. He was coming into her lives, talking about her not having sheets on her bed, saying stuff, saying like he wanted her attention. She didn't just go out, he came in one day, said something. So I saw that with my own eyes. And just like the rest of this trash, I watched Amber usher all this trash in here. Amber went from shitting on Jen with Sherelle to shitting on Tracy with Sherelle to being Tracy's best friend to doing a show with Jen to being Jen's enemy, best friend, enemy slash what? Like I said. And then they always want to tell you what somebody else did wrong, but y'all got your own rap sheets. Worry about your rap sheet. Why y'all so concerned with everybody else? Like I told y'all, be careful on the person that's always telling you bad stuff about somebody. Because I guarantee if you knew about them, you wouldn't care about nothing they was telling you about. I'm getting up right at the right time. Cranky, cranky, how you doing? And then they always talking about like all these subbies who are bad or wrong. But as a subscriber, sometimes you feel like you got to get in it. They throw you in stuff for no reason. They blame you for stuff you didn't do. It's always something. If you so much as laugh in a chat, you got to damn near put in and like, oh, I was laughing at the joke said at 4 minutes and 16 seconds. I don't have to do all this. Then everybody swear they know you, but they don't know you because they accuse you of things you would never do. They accuse you of things you would never say. You know what I mean? Then everybody, oh my goodness, everybody is the judge, the jury. You know what I mean? It's just too much. It's like I'm grown. It's like I'm grown. I was literally watching some old videos of like recordings I had, and some of them I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna post them of some old videos back in the day. And I swear, some of these people today, like literally, I heard AT2 say like a month ago to Dear Yvette or a couple of weeks ago to Dear Yvette, like, you were one of my real friends and one of this and one of that. I literally just was watching an old video of him on a recording with Perry and Sherelle the day that Dear Yvette went up on John's thing singing us old Negro spirituals. When that happened, um, AT2 said she was no friend. I thought she was a friend a couple of months. He was blowing it up. I said, these people say one thing, do another. I mean, if hypocrite had a picture, it wouldn't just have one. It would have all of them in it. It would have them in together like we are the world. It would just be all of them in a photograph. It's like I can say it because I don't do it. Oh wait, and then so many people like, well, you did this in the world. We talking about on the internet. But y'all swear y'all just did it on the internet and y'all don't do it in the world. And I think you're lying. I think y'all done did it in the world too. Because the world is on fire and none of y'all seem to care. None of y'all care. Y'all don't care. Y'all don't care if there is a tomorrow or there isn't. Hold on, put this on for about. Put that on. But yeah, they don't care. They don't care. They just looking for a reason to talk about each other. And then we'll have people sitting around, oh, you right, guys. Or they never remember. Every time something bad happens and you bring it up on one of these people, it's always somebody saying, oh, I don't remember that. But they remember everything else. But they don't remember that. Hmm. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You know what, Mo? I just got to a point where I'm like, you know what? Some of this stuff, and here's the funny thing, half of the stuff that I say that these people say is what they said. They said it. So let's laugh. These people want us to only see everybody else, but don't you dare bring up what they did because they're gonna tell you that's the past. A lot of them will be talking about stuff that happened in 2021, 2022. But if you bring up anything on them, they'll be like, that's the past. That's the past. I've been missing y'all too, Cranky. I really have. And I'm like, you know what? Let me come on back in because I was never dodging or nothing from going live. I literally, it's several things. I'm very open. When I'm heavy, anything like that, I'm never going to bring that kind of energy because I never came here to bring nobody down. That's not what I came for. I didn't come on here to fight. I didn't come on here to protest. I didn't come on here to change nobody. You know what I mean? And so that was one thing. Two, it was just a lot going on, especially in December. It was a lot going on, so I wanted to get that in order. And then three, I really wanted to start bringing more uploads and shorts. I'm always going to do shorts because I've always, since the very beginning of my channel, I'm always going to drop food shorts and shorts because it's one of the biggest things, one of the things I learned in movement, just keeping going. And so yeah. Yes, I missed you too, Snuggle. I missed you all. Definitely. And like I said, so I was like, you know what? Let me come back live a little more. Um, because unlike the rest of them, I don't come live because I'm trying to count numbers in the room. I come live because it gives you a time to have a conversation with people, to actually hear other people's opinion, to actually talk about this crazy stuff without trying to pick a side. I don't mind if people like who I don't like because I'm not questioning them about that. That's why they don't need to let me know if I'm talking about somebody. They're like, oh, let me get up out of here because that's my booty doo doogity doogity. I don't. And if you do that for somebody else, I hope you do it when you and they chat and they doing it to somebody else. Because otherwise, don't do it at all. That's how I feel about it. Yes, and like I said, Apple Crescent, hey sis, love you too. Oh, please get some rest. Please get some rest, sis. Send her some prayers. Yes, yes, please get some rest. I hope that migraine goes away. But yeah, I'm telling you, these people on here, that's all they do. And then half the stuff they'll talk about will be stuff that's so called illegal, right? How come ain't nobody filing no charges? These people stay going to the courts, let them tell it. I mean, they got Johnny Cochran on speed dial, and he been dead almost 20 years, honey. They got it all. But like I said, ain't none of them talking to no lawyer and not telling. Even like right now, John, when you go into court, every one of your witnesses has videos and there are clips out here of them coming at you for the same shit you going to court about. You really that dumb that you gonna open your case up to people that the person going? Because if I was Maria, I kid you not, I would be making 2-minute videos of 1-minute videos of each person who he got as a witness when they dissed him. Now all these people, y'all all got all these downloads, y'all got all these videos. I know y'all got some of these clips. That same essay that he's saying Maria said he didn't do, you could prove so did Jules, and she one of his witnesses. So that would either mean Maria was telling the truth and not harassing him, or Jules is an unreliable witness once again. She loved to do the crime with a person, then become a witness or an informant or something. Girl, sit down. Like I said, they all the same to me. D was over there kicking it with this crew of people that dogged you out about how you treated your son before he died. Not before he moved out, not before he got mad at you, before he died. John disrespected your son in a way that at the end of the night, sorry would never fix it for me. You know why he couldn't? Because he could never tell your son sorry. So therefore, he couldn't be my buddy. But y'all are sit up in his chat dropping super chats. And your homies are rocking, get up on this panel with him. But y'all are real friends. Mm. Cooch was just playing us videos the other day where everything everybody's saying about John, Amber was saying it. Amber was leading the campaign on it. Amber was kicking it with Sherelle. And just like I said, yeah, Sherelle could be cool back with John too, but it's still the same thing. She not exempt from it. And the worst thing John was saying about Sherelle was her wig. And she was going to get the top notch lawyers of the century. She had John and Amber so spooked that they was tinkling on themselves. They had to wear diapers. Because they was tinkling on themselves every time Sherelle went live. They was nervous. Mm-hmm. Now get you some rest, sis. Don't even try to tag everybody. Don't even try to read the screen and look at the light. But yeah, no, like I said, so when you think of the history of these people, it's like, come on. We watched this and people mad because you saw it with your own eyes. Because you seen it. Oh, okay. Like I said, I don't get mad that people mess with John. That's on them. And it just shows they're okay with it. But those should not be the people who are sitting around judging everybody else. That's the part I don't get. But like I said, it's not for me to get. And when you actually have logic and can think logically, you can't make you can't make sense out of stuff like that. Your brain won't allow it. My brain won't allow me to. It won't. Hmm. Always unreliable. Hmm. Yeah, and that's what I said. None of this stuff makes sense. Oh, guys, please let's leave the kids out of it. Hold on, I was just on her daughter's page. Here go what her daughter said, and that's putting the kids knee deep in it. If you know people don't like you, why would you be setting up pages with your daughter? Why would you know what I mean? If you want people to leave your kids alone, why was your daughter helping you stalk and doing troll accounts on people grown ups on the internet? That don't mean you want the kids out, that mean you want the kids in. And if you throw them in, then they fair game. Like I said, it's been going down. Jag done came to Chicago, been in a relationship, got dumped. Danny and Trees into it, incoming and Trees into it. It's just been going down the last couple of weeks. Yeah. But like I said, some of these people over here playing with Yates. Because ask Yates why when Auntie had him to sit down, he sat his ass down. How come when Danny was on his ass, he sat his ass down? You know, he don't bring these people up. Why? Why ask why? Why they not brought up? Even when he bringing up these years of torture. He forgetting that in the years, half the people he hang with is part of the years of torture. Once upon a time, Amber was the reason. Ain't that why Amber did a peace treaty with him? Because he was on the verge of taking his own self out? Yeah. Mm. I bet. I bet. Didn't Amber take his pictures that he gave to her? One of his attackers, one of the reasons, one of the people that was calling the mental hospital to make sure he wasn't there, one of the people who got somebody to call the police and find out that they had been to his house at the time he said he was supposed to be in a mental hospital. Hmm. But see, we supposed to forget all that, y'all. When they sit up there riding each other's backsides, we supposed to be like, oh, they are such good friends. I'm so glad how they could make amends. If y'all could make amends with them, then y'all shouldn't be mad at nobody. Because some of the people are only repeating what these people said. See what every time somebody throw out a joke about your son, they get it from the people you hanging with. They were talking about your son first. You talk about Brooke so much, but in reality, at one point, you could say Brooke. Now, see, here's the thing. Sometimes you blame Brooke for the things that were going on with people around her. So when John was talking crap about you, when John was saying he don't believe you was SA, when John was talking about your son, you blame everybody he was around, but you don't blame him. You forgive him. You forgive him. Like I said, John, the one who want to get up with your daughter. You forgive him. You forgive him. Amber, the one who Amber is the one who gave everybody Donnie's information. Amber is the one who came on her channel and read that whole case. So it don't matter who got it first. It don't matter who had saw it. Amber came out there and read it. Everybody else was threatening you to read it. Amber came and read it and did a 5-part series on it. Amber made a whole disclaimer of saying, it's in my opinion, I'm a bitch and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that and I'm a bad bitch. And oh, squirty, squirty, squirty. She made a whole disclaimer talking about y'all. Before she was talking about a Bombshell or Michelle, any of these people, she was talking about y'all. Mm-hmm. Ain't Amber and Jules and whoever. Look, they love to throw all the people like, oh, Brooke, you knew about it too. But weren't y'all part of the Amity team? See, y'all want to throw everybody under the bus but yourselves. Weren't y'all part of it? But ain't she your girl now? How you homies with anybody who had anything to do with your mama sitting up in a morgue for extra days? But that's the kind of friends they like, friends like that. Then they always talk about somebody else's friendship like they not real friends. They don't have a real friendship like us. I don't want a friendship like them. I never, if some, I couldn't imagine my mama laying in the morgue in a freezer for extra days because somebody on the internet had a problem with me. Don't trust people that'll do that either. Yeah, I just can't fool with that kind of stuff. But I'm not so scared of them. I can't talk about it. Right, like you won't call a mental hospital and be like, "Hey, do you have a Eric right up in there born da da dee 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 on the D?" They go, "Oh yeah, hold on 1 second, Annie's in here for this." hmm And especially somebody who came in and they in there in the first 72 hours after trying to take their life. They wouldn't want to even try to trigger them. I don't know what mental hospital this is. This must be the Yikes Mental Hospital, ran by Cody. Like, which hospital is this? But this is the same man who told us But this is the same man who told us why he was in a mental hospital. Well, he didn't tell us why him and 148 were on a phone conversation. He's the same person who told us, like, yeah, you know why you can't have strings in the sweatpants, and started giggling. So I'm in a mental hospital for almost taking my life, but I'm making jokes about people tying ropes around. Oh my God. I'm like, this dude is one of the darkest, evilest people ever. If we name the worst thing John Yates did, the saddest part is outside of Jules, we can't name anybody who's done anything just as bad. That's the worst part. They like sit at the top of the list of worst things done in the last 3-4 years. hmm And we haven't. They ain't hit rock bottom yet. How far? Cranky. A couple of years ago, I used to ask, like, what is the end game? We have watched people pass. We watch people be extorted. We've watched people be, watch people lie. We watch people go to jail. We watch, and they just don't stop. We've seen people drive to people's house. They don't care. They don't care. And all of them are like attention whores. So they just want attention. They don't care what they have to do to get it. That's the sad part. And then they'll say, like, oh, you were talking about me. You said that about me, and I'm a good person, and I do this. Good people don't do that kind of stuff. Good people don't take um, rosary beads and wrap them around their hand and pray on someone's death. That's not a good person thing. Good people don't say that they want to defecate in a child's mouth. Good people don't tell a woman that she's lying about being hard. Good people don't tell a woman that she is cursed to not have children because she's ugly or whatever he was saying about Jolie and her reproductive system. And the worst part is I have to put a trigger warning out just to re-say what these people say. And even if I didn't like these people, did that make it right? Hmm. They laughed and talked about Jules and how what's the face didn't want them. Matter of fact, all of them were sitting together when they were interviewing Jules when old girl, the one that was stalking Terry Lynn crib. What is her name? Y'all know who I'm talking about. The one came to Terry Lynn crib. Her. When she was sitting there, they were all sitting there laughing when they was interviewing Glenwood's daughter and stuff. When they were interviewing them, Jules was going crazy trying to get in touch with Glenwood and getting so happy that he actually was willing to talk to her, honey. She was getting so excited because she felt like he didn't hate her. But now you sitting with the people that had you sitting up sucking popsicles all night just to make it through the night. Y'all are goofy if you ask me. Like I would never. I would never. Mm-hmm. Mm. With his mom in the chat begging him not to. That's rock bottom. Exactly. And that's the thing. Yeah. And see, and these people, they want that kind of attention. Like, for instance, how can you be mad that people keep bringing up that you wrote on your arm when you came on here and brought that to the internet and literally have been worse than you were before you so-called got to this place? We didn't see you afterwards go to counseling and show us how you do not to trigger this. Matter of fact, you've literally told us since that day that you've been almost in that seat a good 12 times, a good dozen times. You've almost been in that same seat again. But you stay in drama, you stay doxing people, you stay passing around people's pictures and several people, not just one. You stay trafficking women. I mean, you stay doing all this stuff, but you keep telling us how you just want peace. No, you don't. No, you don't. Yeah, I'm on that. That's the team I'm on. Because, like I said, some of this stuff is just ridiculous. I never seen people, oh my God, I can't believe such and such did that. I would never do that. But you've done it already. You've done it already. It's like I can't keep sitting here pretending like I mean, and then sometimes you don't want to say anything because you're like, oh, and everybody know this, the subscribers as content creators. One thing y'all know is sometimes you don't want to say nothing because people gonna put more into it than what you're saying and they gonna miss it. So you don't say anything. Then the shit keep going on, and everybody is in the chat saying the same thing. When does it stop? What is the end game? This isn't good. This isn't good. They'll tell you all this stuff, but then when somebody's in their chat doing that same stuff, you swear you don't like. You're sitting there saying nothing. Now you radio Raheem. Now you silent, and you only talking about it in somewhat secret group where you done screenshotted it to show somebody. Uh-uh. Mm-mm. It will be by that. And here's the thing. None of us are in here, none of us, no matter how close you are to someone, none of us are equipped to save someone's life. And there are resources. Any of my minds, if you could drop the suicide prevention line, please do. Because none of us are resourced for that. And if someone is putting on someone else's back to save their life, then that's way too much to put on somebody too. These people, there's not a therapist any of these people are going to that's going to say, you know what, if the internet got you this close to the edge, please go on there. Please go on there and tell everybody how you feel. And then when they retaliate and tell you how they feel. One day somebody told me When you let people know how you feel, you got to be willing to understand they're going to tell you how they feel. And it don't mean you're going to like it neither, but it's going to be how they feel. Hmm. Yes. Yes. And not only taking it from chat to chat, coming in everybody a Johnny Cochran for somebody. Hold on, let me let you know. Let me tell you this. Yeah. It, wait, y'all. Hold on. I forgot this part. So when I'm watching Anne and Maria last night, Brookie comes up and Brookie says, "Man, I see we're doing this, but let's get to the bread and butter." What she said, this the meat and potatoes right here, y'all. She said, "Oh, y'all know when old Sewer wasn't on the live for a couple of weeks. She wasn't working. She was moving. She was going to Tennessee. And she was going on out there. Now, I could care less if the girl in house, I could care less about nothing. But once again, these people so fake that they're alive. If I was moving, whether I told you to stay or not, this is a part of transition in my life, and that's a big change. I would be, but they swear they live in their life, but they live lives on here. Everything with these people are lies. They live on reservations. They live in the mountains. They live here. She was living in Tennessee, but no, she was really living in Texas. Now she's in Tennessee, but she was in. There's too many lies. You know what I mean? Yes, yes. And like for example, with the Narcan, like, hey, when something happens, if we talking this, to me, when Dee's son passed away, we should have started having conversations because that's how you build up. Because you never know when something's gonna, when that could have came in hand, and that's when we start the conversation. But instead, when that's why I said in this cipher, these people forget. In this cipher, your kid died. Oh no, we're gonna talk about how terrible of a mama you was. We're gonna talk about your kid. We're gonna leak pictures. We gonna then later on, when we're your friend, we're gonna talk about the people who didn't do what we did, but they might have did something, but we're gonna talk about them. But don't you bring me up. And these people are so brainwashed they don't. They sit with each other. Oh, and I remember when Brookie was doing this to me. But wasn't Brookie doing this with John on a panel with her? Hmm. Hmm. So if he's forgiven, so is she, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. Not okay, there you go. There you go. That is for anybody fighting a fight that you will not win alone. Please don't hesitate. I believe in self love. I believe in uplifting yourself, and I believe that you can give no one real love, good love, if you don't love yourself. So if anybody is fighting and you feel you don't have anybody who understands or nobody you can talk to, you can just dial 988. You can dial 988. That's something you can't forget. 988. If you ever come into a time and you think you need to, just dial 988. These people aren't trying to save lives, they're trying to take lives. These people aren't trying to get us to understand, they're trying to confuse us. These people aren't trying to bring together, they're trying to divide. And let me tell y'all something. I look at the internet as an example of the same way I look at this things that go on in my country. I'm not gonna speak on nobody else's country right now. Our country tells us that united we stand. But everything it gives us is to divide us by our political beliefs, to divide us by finances. But here's the thing, if they invade this country, it hurts us all. When the drugs take over this country, it hurts us all. When the educational system sucks, it hurts us all. When the healthcare system is nothing, it hurts us all. When our judicial system is weak, it hurts us all. So we got to unite. And us sitting here, et cetera, how you doing, Cree Cree, how you doing, Georgia, how you doing? Us sitting here, Cree, thank you, sis, thank you. Us sitting here, keep promoting these people. It's okay to discuss it. It's okay to, brief on it, whatever. But us giving them more light, nobody should be going on their panels. That nobody should. Really, you shouldn't. You shouldn't definitely be going on a panel when somebody got no respect for you. You shouldn't even be in their building. Forget what they chat talking. They chat should be over there talking about you. That's what they do. That's what they do. As long as they not coming in your chat to talk about it. Now, if they come up in my chat and they got something to say, man, you do what bosses do. You don't fire on them quick. But we don't worry about that. As in here, it's free thinkers. And forget what people saying about just what you answer to. So people come up here and they seem to know how to wear their own crown and be who it is they really are. They don't have to fight in here. You don't gotta. You can take that bulletproof vest off. And I'm not doing you like Suge Knight did Tupac. I'm not telling you to take it off so you can be hit. I'm telling you to take it off because you're in a safe place. I'm a real Capitan. I'll go down before my ship. Like I'm a real Capitan, like for real. These other people they talk about Terry Lynn, what up, sis? How you doing? LRM, how you doing? How you doing? But that's how real bosses move. These people aren't real bosses. That's why they got to go link up with their enemies, the ones who need 25 people to take them down, and they still don't take them down. They still don't take them down. Say, how many content creators does it take to take down one person? It takes 15 of them. It takes 15 enemies to get together, and they still don't take nobody down. They just do a bunch of hateful stuff. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Smash it because you came somewhere and got to be who you are. Like I said, it's certain things y'all I cannot do on this internet. It's just certain things I cannot do. I can't. And whenever I want to think about what's bad about the internet, I think about what's good. I think about the good relationships, and a lot of us can say that. Even when y'all think about the people who might have did you wrong, who might have lied on you, who might have took advantage, whatever they might have done wrong on you, or not been who you thought they were, or whatever. Think about the ones you met that you was happy to have them to talk to. Think about the ones you met that understood something you was going through, and they helped you to get through that at that time. Think about the ones you met who one day was talking about something that you didn't even know how to voice to somebody, but they gave it a voice that helped you out. In my time, I've had people send me things and tell me they got up and they walked when they hadn't. They told me they were sick and they felt better. They told me that they held the anger and they let it go. And that makes me happy. I've built bonds with women that were outside of the women that are my sisters that I already had in my life and I didn't want to know anymore. But for anyone to respect me as a woman, I have to respect women, and I've done that. So people can say, "Oh, I'm not out here trying to fake love on women." I am. I told y'all, I hashtag sis, standing in solidarity, sisters in solidarity. So I had to stand in solidarity to let it know that I stand with my kings too. But for my sisters, it's sisters in solidarity. I will stand for women. So I'll never stand with a woman who's passing around a woman's naked pictures. I'll never stand with a woman who is sending a single woman's address to another woman. I'll never stand with a woman who stands with a man who talks about doing things to little girls. I'll never do that. That is the truth. When Whispers, how you doing? How you doing? So I never will. You never gonna find me doing that. You never gonna find me in no secret chat talking about none of y'all women, dogging y'all out. You never gonna find that. If I said it, I said it here. I never said none. You not gonna find me there. None of y'all. You gave me your information. Sweaty been lying, lying, lying. I could have been busted Sweaty out. Why? I'm not the type to send out my messages. I'm not the type to do anything like that. Of course, I did send out a screenshot of anything she sent me on because that shows in a list exactly what you sent me. So to make up numbers, you can't make them up because everything else you gave me was in super chat, super stickers. So you never gave me any PayPal, none of that. So I didn't want no lies. But like I said, sorry y'all, heard somebody else saying. But yeah, but other than that, no. So I don't worry about that because I'm not doing that. I've actually listened to women. I stood up for women. Like I said, when Rio was harassing the dog shit out of JJ and Selfie Queen, I didn't see the B defending them like that. All she was doing was dogging Rio out more, so that when Rio went in on her, he went in on them some more. I ain't see her defending them. Nope. Didn't see him caring. I do stand behind women and up for women because I am one. You're never gonna catch me running with a man. I got one man as a mod in here. And I got plenty of men because when I look at my analytics, half of my subscribers are men. But I haven't had no men come up in here to come check women. All these tough Tony women who stand with men that love to check women. So what have I done against women? These women have done all the stuff against women, all the stuff that caused little girls to take their lives. They were just picking on Terry Lynn's daughter. Where do we live at where we pick on mental health? But then we stand under the same umbrella and we protect those who pick on mental health by saying don't talk about them because they suffer from mental health. What? If they did, then why would they do what they do to other people? Make it make sense. Maria, how you doing? Make it make sense. 148 says, you know what, if you got a picture of my husband up, take it down or I won't stop talking about your husband. The difference between 148 husband and Maria husband is 148 husband that came on here and sexually harassed women, then came on here and been a racist, been a bigot. He came on here and did that. Maria's husband hasn't. Maria's husband hasn't come on here and done anything, so he's not free game because Maria's up there. But Maria's husband has had his picture in a hospital leaked, has been called racial slurs, has been degraded as a man, has been made fun of because he cooked for his wife. Hey, you know one thing is just like I tell my kids, if you got two parents, one of them got to be right while the other one ain't, right? If you got a husband and a wife, somebody better know how to cook. I don't want to hear both of y'all can't cook. Sure. But like I said, but that's okay. You go ahead and make fun of her husband, make fun of Carlos because he married to her. And let's just say, Maria, I'm gonna tell you right now, since I'm glad you came in, and this for all y'all. Stop explaining y'all life to these people. Because they're not listening. They're just gonna take little words you said out about it and then twist that against you to try to make you mad. You know what? No matter if your relationship had 10 years of bad, y'all made it through it. Y'all made it through it. Let's just say y'all was both cheating on each other all day, every day. Let's just say you were. Y'all made it through it. You ain't no more. And anybody who know a real good relationship that done been decades in, you know it's done been through some things to get to the best places ever. Now, does that mean that relationship had cheating? No, I ain't saying y'all did. But some of y'all are with a cheater pretending like y'all don't know. So I mean, I'm not here to judge nobody's relationship. I don't care. When I told you what you eat don't make me shit, I meant it. But these people come on here and they just, I mean, they can say anything, and it's just like, okay, because you don't like her, yeah, you go ahead and dog her long lost auntie. Wow, what an auntie got to do with it? Hmm. It's not, and like I said before, Taylor, not only do I not show up to every fight, at the end of the night, like I told you, I used to try to win every battle, and I lost a lot of wars, very important wars. These days, I pick my battles wisely because I'm going to win the war. How about that? How about that? And during the battle, I might get hit, might get hurt, might even get hospitalized a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to lose some soldiers too in the war. It's casualties to the war. You get what I'm saying? But I'm going to win the war. That's what I'm about. Because otherwise, I was winning the battle, losing the war, and I had a lot of casualties in the war that I lost and lost the war. Hmm. Hmm. Just like with Brooke. If Brooke doesn't see they jealous, you know why they jealous? They're jealous because even if Brooke had a moment with her daughter, who doesn't? I want every parent in here who raised teenagers to tell me it was just perfect. Everything about it was perfect. And then I want every parent who was once a teenager, because we all were teenagers, to think about when you were a teenager. Think about how you thought about things. Then think about when you were in your 20s, how you thought about it. Then think about in your 30s, how you thought about it. And how you think today is not the same. So they jealous of Brooke. They jealous at Brooke that they can sit and so-called say what they call problems, but Brooke is happy in her marriage. Like I said, unlike any of them, Brooke promotes happy stuff with her family. Carving pumpkins, putting up Christmas lights together, decorating trees, hot chocolate moments, movie nights. Shit, every time Brooke live, her son is having a blast with his entertainment in his home. And they mad about it. They mad. Pretty May, how you doing? How you doing? But they mad about it. So what they do is they diss her. They try to take it down. They try to jeopardize. They mad about her job, her career. They mad. They mad that she lost her father and then fought for how he was done wrong. They mad about it. They always bringing up somebody money, but these people run through money. Shit, didn't they say John got like 70 grand from old girl? How you ran through 70 grand within like a year and a half and then don't have nothing to show for it? That's on you. But they always count somebody money. Oh, they took this money from me. Oh, they took this from me. Nobody took nothing from you but yourself. Mm-hmm. Yep. That's right, LRM. That's very important. And then half of these people, like, I kid you not, a roller coaster don't have as many ups and downs as these people do. I have never been on a roller coaster that had this many ups and downs. But I tell you, if people did things like I do things, like when I have a relationship with somebody, my relationship with you is that. It's nothing else. And I understand that every relationship is different. And so that's where I keep it. So even on here on YouTube, it's people I watch when I'm truly, I don't hate watch nothing. I watch just to get my own, to form my own opinion. So if I'm watching your live and you keep talking about cranky, 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 I'm gonna go over to Cranky's channel and watch, see what Cranky be doing, form my own opinion about Cranky. Because like I said, in life, I've had people tell me that somebody was a great person, and that person ended up being one of the most terrible people I've known. And I've had people tell me that people were a piece of shit and you don't want to know them. And those end up being some of the best people I knew. You got to know that it's not just what somebody is, it's what you are too and what you all become together. Glenn Crack, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? I love when the king's on the building. I love when the queen's on the building. I love royal behavior. Yeah, that's what I love. And like I said, I never even knock people for how they fight. Because I told y'all a couple of years ago when I came on here and I saw what Amber was doing and that she was making a mockery of black people, when I saw that, I literally wanted to fight the bullies, fight just like them, do what they do and show them I could do it better. But that's, once again, we talk about picking your battles, picking them. And sometimes I learned patience is a virtue we all need. Because here on YouTube, if you say something too quick, it's going to change before you even say it. So they did it on Monday. You say something Monday. On Tuesday, they saying something else. On Tuesday, they don't erase it and act like it never happened, even though you saw it. Hmm. The word jealous is overused. I don't think they know what jealousy means. Hmm. Yeah, now, when I'm telling you, they are jealous of Brooke, even when they say stuff. I have watched. So back in the day when I didn't even know who 90 Days on Blast was, I remember hearing about this whole encounter with her and her husband, right? And when I heard about it, you hear something the first time, like, man, how did that even get out? That's what I remember thinking, like, did she tell one of these mofos and then they threw it back at her? Like, whoa, these people be trusting these. That's literally how I used to feel about everybody when I would hear their secrets come out. And so that's how I felt. But then later, when like Sewell would throw it up and try to bring it back, I'm like, there's jealousy in this. Because here's the thing, as a woman, as a woman, I would wonder, because see, one thing I believe about, if somebody is tipsy, if they drunk and they start acting away, that's what they felt sober. So I would just wonder, what is she so mad about? Now, if I knew like her pops just passed, whatever was going on in her life, she's going through, they blending, whatever it is she's going through, then you're gonna have some understanding. Because I get and I get understanding, don't mean I agree. But I said, damn, they just dogging this chick out like she did the worst thing. Here's the thing, if she busted a window, it was her window. You know what I mean? She caught a record. She was on probation. She did community service. Whatever happened, she had to deal with it, right? Why are y'all so pressed? Missy says, how you doing? Mm-hmm. That's right. Colin went with. That's right. That's right. The crown that we wear We earned it. And you know who really gave it to your ancestors. So even if your ancestors was bad, wrong, if you are better than and you broke that chain and made a chain of change, you got the crown. And the jewels in your crown came from the things that you. So think about it. If you ever been hurt, you can recognize pain. But if you're not out here justifying and treating people like crap because you've been hurt, then that's a jewel. Because there's a lot of people who, like I said, John, every time you do something wrong, what's the first thing they say? Oh my God, his mama took her life. Like that justifies every move he makes. It doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. That's right. And we all are still learning. We all are still growing. But yeah, that crown, that's why I tell people, you come up in here and rep your crown. Show me who you are. Because like I said, I know how YouTube is. Hey, Maria, at one point, everybody say, oh, Maria messy. Oh, Maria doing this. Oh, Maria going to call you and tell you not to come up on such and such panel. Don't mess with this person. Don't mess with that person. Let me tell you something. The very first time Maria reached out to me, she didn't reach out to me to be messy. She reached out to me to say, I just want you to know I'm not that type of person. And that story is not this black and white. This is what I did. That's how she came. She didn't come and say, hey, I see you over there. See what she's a lion, skate, broken broom, wearing trifling ass skis. She ain't coming to tell me that. Sometimes I wish she would, but no, I'm the type that I have to see it for myself. And I believe the same for everybody else. They need to see it for themselves so they can make their own opinion about it. But she never did that to me. So my whole relationship with Maria is respect because in all storms, Maria can't be nothing but respect. So when she's come up in here, she ain't came up in, and it didn't matter if people liked her, didn't like her. She came up in, she, hey, Danny, hey, chat. Hey, and sometimes if she couldn't say hey to the whole chat, she do it. She just speak to who she was gonna speak to and keep it moving. And people come up in here like this. I know for a fact people come up in here and can't stand each other, but they keep moving around. You know what I'm saying? I respect that. That's a jewel a lot of people can't have. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people can't do that. But real bosses, we know how to move. I'll be in the room right next to you and won't see you. Chantel Gucci, how you doing? Now you're doing, because I'm always gonna be Gucci. And I love for my enemies to be bothered and pressed. I'm a Marsha shit. Uh-uh. Yeah. Now, do that mean, now look, because I say that and somebody say, oh, Danny act like Maria ain't never did nothing. Who said that? I ain't say she was no saint. Come on, y'all. Now, I was the same one who said, Maria don't need no aid assistant. But I told y'all the real goon up in that duo is Ann. Y'all sleep. I'm telling y'all. And what's that movie Denzel is in? Y'all know, and he like the assassin or whatever. What is that called? That's him, in my opinion. And be going off. And people like, I didn't even understand. You understood. Man was cussing them out. I understood every word came out of her mouth. And be checking them. And then I always say some stuff to him like, you're lucky. Like, basically, you lucky she ain't around. Jody, how you doing? hmm I do. And when I don't mess with people, I don't even need to talk about it. They walk in the room. And I like, you. And I know some people don't want to hear this, but like when it came to Muzz, it's like she makes my ass itch. Because once again, we talk about evil, just some things. If you're doing it, it's like, uh, you know. I'm trying to get better. I mean, I don't talk about it. Ain't that good enough? And let me tell you something. Nobody's ever told me where to go. Heidi ain't never told me where to go. Terry Lynn ain't never told me where to go. Nobody's ever. My subbies ain't called me. My mods ain't never called me. And I ain't never called my mods and told them where to go. Now, the one time I did call my mods and tell them I got my eyes on the mofo. Because right now they got me, in attention. They got my attention. You know what I'm saying? Now that did happen. I don't do that. And I'm not here to judge you off the rumors they saying about you on the air. I don't give a damn. Because one thing I know is, first of all, you got to know the whole story. So sometimes they want to tell you, like, oh, this subby, he'll come in the chat and they always talking shit and they always tell me and doing this. But they forget to tell you that when that subby wasn't doing anything, like I said to Dana, Dana come in these chats and be respectful. She, you know what I'm saying? She crack jokes, whatever. She's chill, she cool, she not messy. But if somebody putting something out there about you and you never say nothing or do nothing about it, don't be surprised if you look up a couple of years later and people repeating that like it was the gospel. Hmm. Yes. Yeah, but like I said, and none of us perfect. I ain't never came on here and said I was perfect. But also, one thing you got to learn about this internet: not only do you have to have Teflon skin or alligator skin, but you have to truly know who you are. So somebody can't shake that foundation of who I am. You know. Mm. Hmm. And we've had ups and downs. If somebody love their daddy, can't stand their mommy. Somebody love their mama, can't stand their daddy. Somebody can't stand neither one of them. Somebody don't know neither one of them. Some of them daddy ain't never had neither one of them. That don't give you the right. Just like these, no disrespect. If you have not raised no children, especially teenagers, you can't talk that type of parenting. Cause see, whether you raised them and it was easy or it was hard, you know what it's like. Didn't your teenagers have friends? So it could have been their friends you watched it go through if it wasn't yours. It could have been you when you was a teenager. Cause see, me being a teenager lets me see the side of where they from. But me raising one, rearing one, those two different things. So all these people with all this advice, I'm gonna first need you to do it. And if not, I'm gonna need you to go get a representative who did it and have them speak. I prefer my skin. I know that's right. I know that's right. How could I love the skin you in if I don't love mine? How can I love you if I don't love me? Like I said, I've always had a love in me for people, and I've always cared, and I've always been an underdog, so I fight for the underdogs. I'm the voice for the voiceless. I've always been that my whole life. But I realized that the reason I was giving out tainted love, you know, that kind of love that if you make a mistake, they got you on a pedestal, and now because you fail, everybody gonna fall worse. That tainted love you was giving out. I realized I was doing that because in the whole time I didn't love me. I had to love me first, and when I did, they could feel the love. They could feel the love. Yes, yes, you gotta tell them that's the truth. Hmm. Yes, yes. But yeah, that's what you have to do. And if you watch these people, they have tainted love. Look at John. Every story of every family member, including him and Drazo, when he told us about Drazo, it was all bad, wasn't it? Wasn't no good story. That wasn't a story where they had played patty cakes. It wasn't a story where they had sat down and ate a piece of pizza together. It wasn't a story of nothing. No laughter, no love, no happiness. Matter of fact, they told us they had only been around each other about 3 times in their whole entire life, right? Okay. Every family member, dark story, dark story. Even with his grandma, he don't want to tell us those stories because he might tell us a good story. So it's dark story. His high school, dark story. His relationships, dark stories. Him and Cody, dark story. Him and the internet, dark stories, dark stories. Everything bad. Jules, everything bad. Oh, she been attacked, 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 attacked. Her boyfriend was a pimp and a druggie, and he was also a hoe. I mean, and when I say that, I mean he was actually selling his bottom. I mean, the things these people been doing, you'd be like, no wonder they don't know how to really love. Every story bad. Come on, Steve. Oh my God. Steve was the only person we know been married for 20 years, but yet them had 24 relationships in between the 20 years. And every last one of them was terrible. Two dudes, so called, was so in love with her they couldn't live or breathe without her. They was singing, I can't breathe without you. But they really didn't even like grown ups. I mean, the things about these characters. Then she tells, "Oh, my ex was one of the most terrible people in the world. I still ain't divorced him yet. My ex was one of the most terrible people in the world, but I was just on a family trip with him a couple of years ago. My ex was the worst person in the world." Like I said, everything bad with these people. Name something good. I can't think of nothing good these people ever talk about. I gave. Yes, drive me crazy. Would love him. Yes. Yes, think about it. Y'all think about it. Do y'all remember when she came up on when Corn's mom came up on Cooch's live and she told us about her husband and how much she loved him? That's love. You know how many people in this chat got real love, got a real good person in their life that they love. And everything ain't always been perfect, but that's the perfect mate for them. That's somebody who elevates them. That's somebody who loves them unconditionally. That's somebody who completes them. That's somebody who rock with them. Who that's the king to their queen. That's the queen to their king. These people are jealous because look, Cody and John together. There ain't no king or king queen, whatever they call their relationship. That ain't that. They are not the example of nothing nobody want to be. Come on, we done seen you literally get so mad you punching and breaking stoves with your bare hands. That means you can't control yourself. That means you got holes all over your wall. And when you can't control your temper and you have to hit something, sometimes you're going to hit people. I don't have to be a psychiatrist to know that. We watched this man put on brass knuckles to get because he got into an argument with you about something on the internet. So what about when he get into an argument with you about something deep? What do y'all do? Pull out pistols? I mean, I'm just confused. You stayed with a woman who told us that the reason she was trying to separate y'all is because she was abusing this whole man. Y'all not an example of a good relationship. Both of y'all be sick. I mean, be having these bloody toilets, but neither one of y'all taking the other one to the doctor. Y'all rather sit on the internet and pretend you in the hospital than actually go to the hospital with each other. Okay. Do y'all remember when Cody was in the hospital and John was doing recordings in the hospital and giving us General Hospital? I said, oh my God, only the yikes would make a whole mini series on your husband getting his gallbladder removed or whatever he was getting done. But they would have you think that he was having open heart surgery with a lobotomy done on the side. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're like, wait, is this? Your son is getting a hemorrhoid patch. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no such thing as a hemorrhoid patch. Sound like somebody got an ambulance. Hmm. I see some lawsuits in the chat. Yeah, they're always dark. And look, look, I'm watching an old live of his, and he up there, and I kid you not, and Heidi, you were actually in this clip. He up on the live, and Heidi literally talking about, oh, and we covered this case and this show, and oh, and this. I mean, she's literally like, you get it. And he's, but yeah, hold on, because I want y'all to see my face, because this how his face was. And Heidi just talking to him. Yeah, I already came on and had my tiara on. Now, if y'all rewind to the beginning of this live, at the beginning he got a tiara on, he's all that, he's all happy. I said, this dude be on more uppers and downers than a little bit. Because, I mean, it's like watching Sybil, okay? Y'all know who Sybil is? Yikes. Sybil. He's Sybil. If that's the case, I'm suing everybody on public. Mayor Bear, hey, sis. Yes, it is, sis. They just laughing and talking. Hmm. But yeah, like I said, yeah, when you think about these people, I'm like, wait a minute. I know what I've seen with my own eyes. And I don't have to have a judgment because I just believe that a judgment means I'm wishing something on you. So I ain't got no judgment on none of these people. But I mean, they sure got a lot of judgment. I'm just telling you in my opinions, giving you OMG moments. Like I said, I got an episode tomorrow dropping of YouTube villains. Y'all, I told you I'm gonna try to stop doing them on phone, but sometimes I get inspired when I'm out. Well, when I'm doing nothing, I'm just laying there with my phone. But yeah, so like I said, I had to come up in here. I said I haven't came through, but there was no way I could come live and not talk about some of this stuff that's been going on. Because it's like, this is ridiculous, y'all. We are adults. And no matter what's going on, this one thing I know, y'all, and I want to make sure we keep this straight. The truth of the matter is, there's always going to be bad. And there's always going to be good. And see, sometimes you're going to be the bad. And sometimes you'll never be the bad. And sometimes you're going to always be the good. And sometimes you're not going to be the good. Whatever. But the thing is, it's always going to be both. But when you're doing the right thing, when I look at the wrong, all I think is, I don't even want to be there. I don't want none of the stuff that come with it. I don't want no parts of it. You know what I mean? But I'm not afraid to talk about it. And I'm not afraid to say, hey, y'all, I'm still going to always be saying behind every bad subscriber is a bad content creator who's giving them room to be that bad. I'm going to stick with that. I'm going to stick with that. These content creators, and then all these content creators, learn to read the room. Give the people what they want for real. And if there's a solution, just do your part. That's all we can do. Do your part. I'm going to do mine. And it might not make sense to everybody, but I'm going to do my part. I'm going to do my part. And one of my parts is always going to be to make people laugh. Always. So even with this bad stuff, I'ma laugh. We gonna laugh. Y'all see the stud of YouTube done came out. I said, wait a minute, OMG called me up earlier. Now y'all, I sound like Dear Vodka slurs. Hey, Dear Vodka be speaking about herself in third party, second party. You're like, what the hell is she talking about? And she be like, Judge Evie just called Dear Yvette. I'd be like, wait a minute, how the hell did Judge Evie call Dear Yvette? Man, I'm telling y'all, YouTube is gonna have to do psych evaluation before they can give you a channel. Now, forget 4,000 hours. I'm gonna need some sobriety testing. I'm gonna need a whole bunch of stuff going on. I'm gonna have to make sure you don't work for the federales, all kind of stuff. You know what I mean? I think that Drazo and Jules are definitely gonna become an item. They're gonna become a YouTube item. I wonder if his wife, I ain't heard him stand up for his wife as much as he stand up for these other heifers. Jago, the only person I know who came on here and said he was leaving because he wanted to get out the drama. But every time he put his left foot in, he shake it all about. You know what I'm saying? He do the hokey pokey, and then he turn himself around. You know what I mean? That's what he's all about, hokey pokey. He came in to take John down. He must have forgot all the terrible things John said about his mama. Or maybe the statute of limitation done passed up on dogging out my mama. Man, it'll be a cold day in hell before I let somebody diss my mama and then be anywhere around them. Your mama need to put you over her knee from heaven and beat the hell out of you. Now look, I just said that and they'll say I'm talking about Drazo mama. I would never disrespect Drazo as his mama. When John was sitting up there the day Drazo mama passed, still talking dirt about his mama, I was texting Drazo on Instagram, giving him my condolences. But see, these people on YouTube, they forget. You calling him your brother. You calling him your brother, and he was calling your mama a whore that was messing with his father. Don't get me started, because I'm not gonna disrespect your mama repeating what he said about your mama. Your brother. Your brother. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wait, where were you at? Wait, I do that all the time, so I always laugh when sometimes y'all I be in chats talking, but because I might have answered a phone call or did something else, I'll literally come back and start talking from where I'm watching. Then I look in the chat like nobody's talking about this. It was so funny. Why ain't nobody saying that? Why ain't nobody laughing? And then I look in the chat and people be being serious, and I'm like, wait, why are they being serious at this joke? And I'm like, oh damn it, I'm 10 minutes behind. So if y'all ever get me in your chat and I'm being inappropriate, trust me, I'm probably behind. Say, Danny, fast forward, you behind. Yes. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget it. Mm-hmm. It is, and your part, you know what? Your part shouldn't drain you. Your part shouldn't have you at home feeling weak. Your part shouldn't have you about to have a nervous breakdown. Your part is not that. Your part is natural and it flows. It's where you fit. It's like a puzzle. You ever be putting together, anybody who do big puzzles, like 1,000 piece, 5,000, 2,000 piece puzzles. When you do them, there's a lot of small pieces. There are pieces that will fit. They'll fit. But see, the further you get in the puzzle, then everything else don't work because even though it fit, it don't belong. So sometimes we fit. It fit what I'm doing. It seems like I'm fighting my cause, but I'm in a place where no one is even receiving the call. So I'm not fighting anything. Matter of fact, I'm in a place where they gonna somehow have me looking like I'm with what they doing when I'm really against it. So why don't I move myself? You know what I mean? Maybe I need to start my. That's what I tell people. I don't belong to a sector. If I ever belong to a sector, I probably started it because I don't. I just that means that I'm conforming myself to only one thing, and I'll never be. That simple. I'll never. No, I'm never just gonna be one thing. They were. That's right. Get a hammer. Mary, you must put together puzzles like me, because honey, I done made pieces work, honey. Then got to the end and had 12 pieces you couldn't put in, and I said, "Well, them pieces. Wait, how did I get down to doing 1,000 pieces? How did I get down to 990 pieces, and these last 10 won't go in? Well, I got to 900. You know what I'm saying? I got to 988 pieces, and these won't go in. So yeah, I've done it. Hmm. That's right. Hmm. But yeah, like I said, but now on here, I just do what I'm supposed to do. And one of the things I'm doing is when you older, when you know better, you do better. So you ever been sitting there thinking back on life and said, "Man, if I knew what I knew now, then I'd have been dangerous." Well, the internet helps you to do that because you know better. But it's gonna test you to take you backwards to things you know that ain't gonna work fighting like this. How would it? If all these people keep talking about you and you don't respond, eventually they people gonna say, "Damn, I know what you're saying about them," but you just talk about them every day and they don't even talk about you because people gonna get tired of it. But as long as you keep giving them fuel, then people gonna keep making excuses for them. Oh well, I know why you said something this time because they did say something worse than what you said. You can't start a fire and tell it how to burn. So yeah, but like I said, yeah, this last couple of weeks, whew, they've been a lot. And to all these people out here for real, the ones I know, the ones I don't know, nobody deserves this shit. They don't. Nobody deserves to be afraid of their whatever they secrets, what they told or trusted somebody about, their address, that kind of stuff. They don't. Nobody deserves that. To the people who have families who are not on the internet with them, they don't deserve to not be safe because they family member either talked about you, stood up to you, disagreed with you, was in somebody you don't like chat. This is the stupidest stuff I've ever heard of. Why don't y'all go sign up for the military? Because we're about to go into a deep war, and y'all can just go out and go save America fighting in the war. Go do that, soldiers. But y'all scary asses will never stand up for nothing for real. But stop torturing women, children. Stop torturing people. And to all these people, they doing this invasion to your children and your minors, please press charges. Because these cowards are a lot of talk and they not gonna take it no further. But who's to say one of their subscribers won't? Who's to say they might not put it in the hands of the wrong person? So y'all start protecting yourself for real. I mean for real. And Maria, for every person that's a witness for John, if you have proof that these people have literally been into it with him, which you will, because all these people have had the same beefs with him, that you can prove that, I would definitely show that because even if your lawyer ends up just taking it to his lawyer and saying, "Have you seen this? Do you realize that every person up here talking about him has said the same thing about him?" So if they change on him tomorrow, you know what I mean? Whatever it takes, do it. Do it. Do it. They are badgering you. They are purposely trying to scare you out of talking, scare you out of this, scare you out of that. And no, no. Like I said, we do have a flawed judicial system, but there's still a way. hmm And I would give that proof. I would prove that this is how you know it's harassment. He literally has people who have said exactly what I'm telling you he's done to me, he's done it to them, but now they're saying I'm the one that's the problem. That will make them discreditable. hmm So that's what I would do. Just like I said, there's proof that, and there's proof that just in October 2023, Yikes was on the Sophie's panel saying that Jules did a whole video saying that there's no way he tried to take his life because he couldn't have got across the bridge, showing pictures of the bridge. So what that means is everybody was saying that it was fake because it was fake. And that's his witness. See, they want to play. They play in court. A judge would be mad you playing with him like that. A judge would be pissed. Don't care who paying for that. Judge be like, y'all wasting our time. When I got kids running up in schools because they bullied, lied to, whatever, talked about, and y'all adults, grown ups. How come not one of his witnesses is somebody he ain't had no beef with? He just said Amsey was trash on the same thing he said that Clark wasn't shit, Jules wasn't shit, and Amsey wasn't shit. Now they all cool. And they're doing it to bully you. They are bullying you. They are cyber bullying you at that. And they're bullying your husband. And your daughter. And your grandbaby. Your grandbaby's scared too. Everybody's scared. And in a social climate where people are trying to turn against anybody they think is of Hispanic, I'd ride on everything they doing wrong. Nurse 10, how you doing? I would. And Brookie, for what they doing to my daughter, I would literally, and I told you, and especially if your daughter so much has where they say she suffers from anxiety, I would run it because under her mental health, then she is protected, that she should not be bullied by adults. Brooke ain't put one person's child on here. So we can't even say it's mutual warfare you're giving to her. And if see, we try to say, oh, well, my 20-year-old son started a page in Brooke and then watched it. That's not illegal. You taunting Brooke through her minor child is, though. And I would say that if they was doing it to Princess. I said it when your son's minor pictures were coming up about his page. But like I said, we gotta start standing up for something. And like I said, yikes, I'd be playing clips of yikes wishing death on women. I'd be playing clips of yikes talking about, defecating in shorties and little girls' mouths, standing outside of dance studios. I'd be putting all of that. I'd be putting up the clips of when Amber, I wish Amber was one of his witnesses, because I would be putting up the clip of when Amber told everybody to call and report him to the national predators. Y'all remember that? Don't just report him. She wanted him on the federal level of reporting him. Y'all, come on, somebody tell me y'all remember this. And these are his homies. These are his witnesses. I call them the bitches of Yikesville. I never seen some women doing the worst. Mm-hmm. It is. When whispers, you're right. You're right. It is. Because they not going to change. Like I said, we done seen death last year. They didn't care. None of them dirty, dirty. Yeah, I'll tell you during, coach. They didn't care. Pinky, pinky, how you doing? They did not care. That's what we see. They don't care about nothing. They only care about them. Even when they complain, and they only complain about me, 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 me. Like I said, in Siwa's mind, what she doing to Brooke's daughter is accepted because she's hated Brooke for years. Brooke don't even. Y'all remember when Brooke started talking about Siwa again? She said, "Okay, I'm back on talking about you, Siwa," because Siwa kept poking, poking, poking. Brooke don't be checking for Siwa like that. That's why the only call Siwa got to show us from back when is, first of all, she could keep loving to play it for us back in the day when Brooke sent her the little super chat. It was like $5. But I remember that day when she was saying, should she send it back? They was telling her, uh, Maria and Sunshinery was telling her, I'd send it back. I wouldn't take nothing. I'd send it back. Man, Siwa was like, nah, I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it. Well, thirsty ass. She like, I'm gonna keep it. But then she'll play like, see, she was harassing me by sending me super chat after super chat after super. Girl, she didn't even send you super chats like that. I think she sent you like a total of $20, girl. Girl, you can't even go to a good movie and get popcorn with $20. So, yeah, stop acting like these people just exaggerate like we weren't there for it. But I'm like, oh, I was there for it. I don't remember. Oh, I remember. Yeah, she's a snake. She's a snake. But all of them, what they want is John. So when John talk about all the women who just want him and they need him and they're nothing without him, he finally got them all with him. He ain't lying. Every one of the women that's with him right now are nothing without him. They need him in their life. They need him. They need him. Look, I mean, like I said, John, not even 2 months ago, was calling the B trash and telling her she had to get on her knees and twerk something, work something just to get an apology from him, take his apology. Now they besties. Now she's a witness. Now she's a witness. Hmm. But they think everybody forget. All they've done is kick up dust, start trash, and have people go after their enemies. That's it. And like watch, like I said, I could easily watch it because I've never done it. I've seen it. I've seen why people fight. I've seen how they turn on each other. I've seen it. I've seen it. Oh, you can for $20. That's good. But like I said, a movie it costs almost $12 to get in the movies. A popcorn like $8. That's what I'm saying. So, but I'm still, if somebody's mean to me, I don't want a dime from them. I don't want your blood money. Ooh, fish and chips. I love fish and chips. I love fish and chips. I love a good fish sandwich, like a good cod sandwich. Hmm. But yeah, like I said, they just torture people, and then they just keep it. And then people, I don't want to say people are letting them get away with it, because in reality, it's YouTube that needs to stand up. Google needs to do something with them. It's not up to us to take them down. Now, what we can do, of course, I'm never reporting for nobody to man's report. But if you see something, say something. And that's to any chat. If you're in some place and there's actually real violations going on and things that trigger you and hurt people or could cause someone to need to call 988, and that is the suicide prevention line, um, that's not good. That's not good. Hmm. Hmm. Because right is right and wrong is wrong. I can love you. If you're wrong, you're wrong. It don't mean I hate you. I could dislike you, and if you're wrong, I don't hate you. I know wrong is wrong. I know a grown ass woman who's telling me that, Brooke is attacking her so much, but everything you do is things to make Brooke attack you. And when I say attack you, like you want her to come out. When she's ignoring you, that's they do all of it. Watch John. When John's sitting on his panel and he's like, "Oh, Maria, come up," he's gonna start saying the most hateful stuff. That day when he's trying to call Terry Lynn and Heidi up, he just went hateful to hateful to hate. I don't even bother to repeat it. Even when I'm doing a video, some of that hate that they spew, I will never repeat it. I will never repeat it. Once was enough. But I'm never going to hesitate to remind you that people aren't just saying, "Oh, I don't like John because he's a white guy and he's gay." No, those are probably the good things about him. Everything else sucks. I don't like these people because alcoholism and drug addiction and all this stuff is real, real in the world. And I've watched several of these people spew addiction in our face. And then when they want to use it, "Oh, I got a sobriety thing. I'm sober," but then they drunk. Then they sober, but then they not. Then it's 1 month, then it's 8. Then and that's a game because y'all know that there's real people in these chats who have 30 days sobriety, a year sobriety, 2 years sobriety, 6 months sobriety, sobriety where they starting over again because they might have slipped, but that's okay. At least they fighting for themselves. And you assholes come on here and make a joke and a mockery of the addiction that this country has. You all torture people. Y'all call people addicts when they're not. You all make fun of people who might be fighting while y'all fighting it in our face. Mm-mm. Oh, don't click his link. Right, that's what I said. The gay part probably the best part about him. That's probably the perky perk. That's the only jewel on his crown. Hmm. Cat, how you doing? Yeah, everybody in that football today. So we can get ready for this Super Bowl. Y'all know when it comes to football, I get excited for the Super Bowl. That's good food. But yeah. Hmm. For cheering for the Lions? Oh wow. So they ain't Lion fans over there, huh? Say they say no to the Lions, huh? But they 49ers fans? That's who's playing too, right? But yeah. Hmm. That's right. Cheer for whoever you want. At least you're cheering. At least you're cheering for something. See, these people don't have nothing that make them happy. Like even upstairs, my neighbors up there enjoying the game, they were having fun and cheering and yelling and screaming. Enjoy yourself. These people yelling and screaming at the computer because they went and watched the live where somebody's talking about them like a dog. I wish I would. Y'all can talk about me like a dog all night. I don't need to see it. I don't care. A bunch of losers talking about me will never hurt my feelings. Because when it's done, I know that I am more happier with my life than they'll ever be with theirs. Ooh. It is. They said, wait, you said lion or lion? They know they be lying. They be lying. As soon as they open their mouth, they lying. They stay telling the fib. Mm. Say how dare you say go lions? Well, everybody these days have everything in their chat, all these rules in their chat, but respect. You know what I'm saying? Don't you dare come in their chat and they say don't say people's name, don't promote another YouTuber, don't listen. I mean, I agree out of respect, you shouldn't do that. But at the same time, don't these people realize that they promote YouTubers every time they talk about them? Because if I'm telling y'all, "Oh, y'all know John did this and John did that and John did this and John did that," somebody's gonna go and see, like, let me see what he did, because everybody was talking about it. So you sending people to people anyway. That's why I'm like, y'all must not know what promotion is. It could be good publicity, bad publicity. It's all publicity, right? Right. But like I said, show me when I'm doing anything I'm saying you trifling help us doing. Show me when I'm hanging out with people who would do and say the things y'all do to each other. Hmm. Mm. Yeah, Yasmina, hey sis. Yeah, I don't understand football like that. I think the most excitement I had is when I just went to the classics, the college, the black colleges at Soldier Field. It was an experience that the Battle of the Bands was my favorite part. Um, but yeah, I have to get more into football, but I have to understand the plays because like I know every other sport, but football, like I could go to a golf thing and understand completely what's going on. Um, yeah, but football, no, hockey, I understand. I understand hockey, basketball, soccer, soccer. Soccer is football. Soccer, um, golf. Like I said, I understand all that stuff. I don't understand football. I don't even know what each play is, the penalties. I don't understand none of that. Hmm. Hmm. Oh yeah, they do. They do. My brothers used to get into it when their teams was competing against each other. When I was young, my one brother loved the Pistons and my other brother loved the Bulls. So it was a war in our house. I mean, shit, when I was young, if you was a Packer fan and we was Bears fans, even if you wasn't into football, yeah, we have two baseball teams. So at one point, we used to have some 187s over the White Sox versus the Cubs. So you might be in the wrong place and get into it about that, and somebody might take your life. You're like, golly, you think y'all getting paid for this? Oh, on the fantasy football? Okay. That's nice. It's a lot of money in that fantasy football. Yep, because people be on them games. I'm telling you, I once was in a relationship with somebody. If his team lost, oh, he was like, oh my God, Donnie Downer. Oh my God, he was, oh. It got to a point in our relationship, like if he was watching a game, I would go somewhere else and he would be watching the game. And if they lost, I'd be like, I don't even want to go home because he's going to get on my nerves. Oh, it's real life with them sports. Yes. Hmm. Okay, you love hockey, Cree? Yeah, I'm telling you, I used to love hockey. What I loved about hockey was they were violent. I know that is so wrong. Oh my goodness. Oh, I used to be like hockey players are like real sportsmen. Like they are getting teeth knocked out. They are, yeah, yeah, I really did. Hmm. Hmm. The Chosen One, that's a movie? Yep, yep, that fantasy football. I remember when that was first coming out. Hmm. I remember when I was younger and you get in the car and my grandfather would be putting like the baseball game on the radio and I'm like, oh my God, we can't escape sports. Hmm. And my granddad loved baseball. And my granddad, he loved baseball and he loved wrestling. So like I've watched wrestling my whole life. Like, you know what I mean? When I was a kid, oh my goodness. My brothers was trying to do wrestling moves on you till kids start hurting each other and my parents like, what you do? Oh, so you're in a hockey family. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Hockey players, they got a sexiness to them, so they rough. I like them rough and rugged. Hmm. Oh, okay. Hmm. Yeah, and I always believe in rooting for your team. That's why I'm always. It's always so funny to me when somebody like they team is the team they don't root for. Like, oh no no no. And then some places they don't have a team, so then they root for either just the team they love or the one closest to like their place. But yeah, I'm sporty. I like sports. Like I said, like over the years, people in their anger with sports made me separate from sports a lot. Like just have people, like you said, moods changing, fighting over sports. You're like, oh my goodness, this is too much. I got that way about spades for a while. Like, okay, this is getting violent like this isn't fun no more. Yes, I'm telling you, Snuggle, that was me. I used to be watching. Oh my goodness, they are so rugged. I mean, and the funny thing is, they would take off their equipment to fight. I'm like, wait a minute, now you wide open for this. Oh my goodness, such a soldier. Maybe that's just me. But back in the day, that's what I loved about hockey. Hmm. Now, wait a minute now. When Whispers, now I love my movies. Now, the other day I was in a horror mood and I actually wanted to watch that latest, The Last Halloween. Because you know, The Last Halloween has Jamie Lee Curtis in it. And it came out in 2022. Yeah, it came out in 2022. And so I wanted to watch that yesterday. And I went, now this is what's so funny. I went from going to watch that to going ahead to watching the end of what is it called? Tia and Tina. It's a horror movie about these two kids. They supposed to be so holy, but these kids are crazy. Like they kill them. But anyway, I went to go watch the end of that. And the next thing I knew, I was watching Jumanji too. Hmm. Like I said, I don't understand football. But most sports, like even with golf, I didn't used to understand golf, but back in the day on my Xbox, I used to love playing Tiger Woods. So I used to play the Tiger Woods all the time. As soon as a new Tiger Wood came out, I was pre-ordering it, ordering it. I was a big Tiger Wood fan. And then like even now on my Switch, I still play Mario Golf and that kind of stuff. But I learned to understand golf through playing the game. So I understood what a par was, or eagle, or birdie. I understood, well, you know what I mean? Going over, I understood all that. So I learned it through, I learned golf players through playing Tiger Woods because real golf players were on there. So I learned more golf players than the ones I knew, like Arnold Palmer. I always knew him. You know what I'm saying? But I learned more golf players and stuff. Like I said, wrestling. I was watching wrestling from the time I could not remember till I probably, I probably when was it when the guy, the wrestler, was on the steroids and he took his wife and his son's life and his own life? After that, I just got to a point where I'm like, they aren't covering these wrestlers. I mean, we've had so many issues over the years of wrestlers and the things that happened to them. And I'm just like, man, what are they doing with these wrestlers? But to this day, one of the finest wrestlers ever to touch it was The Rock. Oh my God, I think The Rock is so fast. But when I was a kid, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I used to think Macho Man was cute. I just thought he was cool, probably. Macho Man Randy Savage. I used to just probably think he was cool more so than cute. Because now I look at him as an adult and I'll be like, looking at him from back then, be like, he's not cute. He looks kind of tiny, too. But yeah, when I was a kid, I thought he was just the coolest. I am not good with the hula hoop. I'm basic. That's why I said we should do a hula hoop contest and then do a hula hoop class. Y'all teaching me how to hula hoop. Professional. The Hart brothers. Yeah. Sad story with them. Like I said, this is the thing. Like I said, with wrestlers, the Hart brothers was the one who jumped off the ring and got killed. Is that him? Is that the Hart brothers? Because what were the brothers that one got killed in the ring? Where they had to change those. Rules for the week. It's so many wrestlers. I remember Andre the Giant. He had an alcohol problem. Did y'all know that? Andre the Giant was drinking like a gallon of liquor by himself a day because he was so big that he could take in so much liquor. I forget, but Andre the Giant was drinking a ton of liquor. Like most of us wouldn't have lived through one day of Andre the Giant's drinking. The Undertaker, yes, yes. Jake the Snake, yes. Oh, you met him before? Wow. Yes. Yeah, I used to love wrestling. Like I said, I remember falling in love with Hulk Hogan. Do y'all remember when Hulk Hogan went bad? He became the bad Hulk. But I remember when Hulk Hogan got beat up by Andre the Giant, and me and my sister was crying, y'all. I ain't gonna hold you. We was crying. And then when Hulk beat him, y'all know when Hulk used to rip that shirt off, boy, you just became an American. I mean, I don't know why Hulk made us patriotic, but you sure was ready to run a flag in the air. Oh my, was it just me? Was it just me? Was it my house? We got real patriotic, boy. We be jumping on couches. Yes, yes, yeah. The Undertaker is huge. Yes, yes. I'm trying to think of oops, what was his name? Man, he used to get beat up too. Man, what was Junkyard? Junkyard dog. Man, they'd be busting chairs on his head. You like, dang, the junkyard always bleeding. Yeah. But Hulk was one of my favorites. But y'all know who else had my heart? Triple H. Triple H was telling them to suck it. Oh, I love Triple H. I thought Triple H was a little cuter too. I ain't even gonna lie. I did. I was in love with Triple H. And then I swear I was doing this summer camp, and I had 8, 9-year-old boys in my summer camp, and they'd be talking about WWE and wrestling and stuff, and then they would always be in shock when I knew who they were talking about. And one day they were talking about Hulk, and this one Hulk was bad Hulk, and they were saying, I said, now Hulk was good. They arguing me who Hulk Hogan was. I'm like, baby, you can't tell me Hulk Hogan. Remember Zeus? People don't even realize, y'all know Zeus is the one that's up in Friday is Debo. He was a whole wrestler, you know. Another giant, because some of them was just Andre the Giant was the biggest though. Andre the Giant was scary big. Like Andre the Giant was huge. Hmm. You say hell no? Hmm. Yeah, Stone Cold. Everybody loves Stone Cold though. Hmm. Throw you the boat. Hmm. You said he fought in the street in the bars on. Yeah, he was a gentle soul, but when you watched him on wrestling, I was scared of him. He was huge. Hmm. The Stone Cold style. Wow, really? Like if you met him at the airport, where did you meet? You know, usually when you hear people that they met celebrities, it always seems to be like the airport, at a restaurant. The Princess Bride. Oh, I haven't watched that in eons. You know what movie I used to love? What's that movie with Leslie Nielsen? Not Leslie Nielsen. It's the movie. Oh, Father of the Bride. Now, Father of the Bride 2 is hilarious because it got my boy in it. He, but he in one too, ain't he? But yeah, Father of the Bride, I used to love that movie. Most marriage movies, I liked them a lot. Father of the Bride, 27 Dresses, Mother in Law, Monster in Law, uh, there's a few of them. But yeah, most wedding movies, I love them. Wow, you met Rebecca McIntyre. Oh, that's not the way I want to meet no celebrity. Now, if they rear ended me, I might say, but I damn sure don't want to be hitting they stuff. Hmm, really? So they didn't like him there? Uh, what they thought he was coming to bring that Chicago trouble? Because you know that's one thing. See, at one point when you came from Chicago, you was the shit. You came, especially the men. They came in from Chicago. They was the gangster. They was the hood. They was the this. They was the streets. They was the this. They was the that. You know, they moved a little slicker. They was street savvy. They was this. No matter what. Then it got to a point where they was like, man, we gotta stop letting Chicago come take over. Because I remember in the early '90s, Chicago came and took over Minnesota. So Chicago went and took over. They were taking over every place. They were just coming and flooding it. And they was like, we gotta stop Chicago from coming over. They taking all our women's. They taking all like, yeah. So then it started to be a point when you came to Chicago, they was backdooring you like ever. They were turning on you, setting you up, dropping dimes on you. Hmm. Yes. Yes, that's what I said. That's what I've been trying to do is in betwixt and between this stuff. Y'all got to go back to the things you like. Because a lot of us, we used to watch a lot of shows. You don't even be watching them no more like you used to. That's why I love when we do the reviews because it puts me back on that. But lately, what I've been doing is making sure I watch movies I used to love. Like, a good movie that makes me laugh. I try to watch one every day. Mm. But they learn real quick. He was a Huckleberry. I know that's right. He should have laid him out. Yeah, some things the originals are the best. They are. You met Alice Cooper. Wow. Wait, you walked into his dresser. I don't know who were you were doomed. Oh wow. That was a preacher. Wow, I didn't know that. Really? Wow. Right. Mm. Yeah, I think like it's a couple of celebrities like that are. I mean, to me, if you've been on, well, I don't want to say that because I've been on television before, but like, well, we know your name, you a celebrity. Like, you know what I mean? If no matter where you go, those are celebrities to me. You put them up, no matter if you say their name. If I say Richard Pryor, no one's gonna say to me who is Richard Pryor. Those like. So when I think of celebrities, so when you say names like that, I'm like, wow, like big times like that, no, because now in the hip hop game, the biggest person I ever sat talked with, and that to me like blew my whole mind was KRS-One. He was one very intelligent. He was very humble. And literally, like when we were getting ready, he was going on stage. I went to the hip hop concert, and my buddy Jamie, rest in peace. He had us backstage, and at the time it was my boyfriend's birthday. So he's like, man, y'all, we all old school. Come on back here. Gangstar Guru was still alive. It was KRS-One. It was Brand Nubian. A lot of old school people were in there, but we were backstage kicking everybody. We were smoking with Brand Nubian. And like I said, we kicking it, and Gangstar was being so bougie. He had to have this kind of way. Anyway, but KRS-One, when he came in the room, first of all, I just thought about my brothers. loved him when I was a little kid. I remember when Scholar Rock died. I just and I didn't even understand how he died. I just thought he was in some street stuff, and I didn't even know. But anyway, he was so cool. And when he got ready to go on stage, he said, "Do y'all want to come up on stage with me, or y'all want to watch from the thing?" And me and my guy were like kids, like I just want to, because man, when I was a kid, I would love to be in a concert with all these hip hop royalties and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Growing up, loving hip hop. So for me, I just wanted to be in the stage. I wanted to cheer. I wanted to sing the songs with them. I wanted, man, and it was an experience. Like that was real big to me because, like I said, KRS-One, man, my brothers loved him when I was a kid, and so yeah, that was a big one for me. Because otherwise, they just humans to me, so they not really that. They don't make us feel low. I do that sometimes when you be talking about something, you're like, "Oh yeah, and it was in the eight," and you go, "Oh my god, I just aged myself." I just said Cabbage Patch Kids was my favorite toy for years. I just aged myself. Yeah. But y'all know what? We get better with age. So sometimes it's good to let people know how old you are, but yes, how young you are in spirit. Yeah, yeah. This internet, boy. So like I think that like Xfinity and stuff is just way too expensive. And so I literally do Wi-Fi. I bought a box from T-Mobile. Now they brought out a new box. I've had no problem in the last year with the box I've had. The only problem I had was recently when the cord had a short in it. But they say they have a new box. It's supposed to be the best of the best of the best, creme de la creme. And you can only request it. They don't even talk to you about it. You got to request it because you got to know about it yourself. But anyway, um, that's what I use for my Wi-Fi. So sometimes, just like today, you'll have moments where in the back area it's not catching the signal, and then it'll just jump on and off. I don't even worry about it. It had came back on. I just didn't feel like dealing with it. I just stayed on the phone. Oh, I know you can't wait. Because I tell you, when mine was out for those 2 days when we were freezing, of course, I still have my Wi Fi on my phone and stuff, and have a hotspot. I could have put it on things. But, if you're trying to do too many devices, it'll slow it down. And then you feel like you're in the 90s with AOL dial up or something. So I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. Um, but yeah, I sure missed it. That's how I realized everything. I mean, I can play my video games and everything without the internet, but everything I have is connected to the internet. Mm-mm, everything. So from watch everything, everything. Hmm. Hey, Detroit's crazy. Chicago is same. Detroit crazy. Mm. Oh wow. Oh wow. It's coming once a year. Wow. Hmm. Okay, Scratch, get out. Nino always come next to me and decide he wants Scratch take a bath. Okay. He's so full of it. So, you hear him wagging his tail? Y'all hear him? He laid his big self on my little, just my little stand when I just want to sit my phone on the table in front of me and watch some TV on it. This old, this old big butt. Don't wag your tail when I'm talking about your butt. Anyway, that's the day with Nino. Welcome to my world. Oh wow. Oh wow. Mm. One of my cousins was in Home Alone too, singing next to Macaulay. Well, not directly next to Macaulay Culkin. When he was singing with the little choir. Hmm. That wasn't me. Mm. Oh, really? Yeah, see, when I'm a fan of somebody, I gotta support them. That's why I'm so sad that Phil Collins doesn't tour anymore because my whole life I said I'm gonna go see Phil Collins. And the one time I could have saw him for free at the Taste of Chicago, I had strep throat and I tried. I couldn't make it down the street. I tried because I'm like, Phil, I gotta go see him. He's free. It was probably about 15,000 people, 20,000 people at that dang on free concert, but I still was going. I love me some Phil. Yes, I love me some Phil Collins. So when I heard was that last year he announced he wouldn't be touring anymore, man, I just about lost it. I said it's bad enough that people like Prince, who, I told you all I had tickets to Prince. It was when his drummer's son died. They canceled it. I was so freaking mad. I was so mad about that because we had got those tickets so early and I felt like the countdown took forever to get to it. And I told y'all patience is a virtue I'm learning. Um, but yeah. Now he gone. I can't never see him. Michael gone. Now I ain't gonna lie, because when I was kids, people used to get stampede at a Michael Jackson concert. I've never wanted to go to a Michael Jackson concert. Oh no, no, no. People be losing their life over there, and then Michael, they get buck. Why? Mm. Ooh, that sounds good. Well, y'all, my son has called me twice, so I'm actually going to interrupt me because I'm on the phone. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up because let's see what he wants. It got to be important. So let me see what he wants. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, but I am going to come live more. Nina, say about everybody. Anyway, I am going to go live more because I've missed y'all. I've missed just chit chatting and running my mouth. And like I said, everybody, just be more of you. Be more of you. I love that. I love watching Mary and Cranky and knowing that they're just giving me them. I love watching anybody. All the people I watch and I share and everything else. I just like them being them. I'm not holding them to nothing else. Just being them. So be you. Because I'm going to be me. Because here's the thing. That's why I tell us we all are light. Here's the thing. My light alone is not going to shine bright enough that everybody can see it. But all our lights together will shine bright enough. So that's what I'm saying. Be a light. Be your own light. That's all I want us to be. And no, wrong is wrong and right is right. And let's stop. We never gonna stop saying what these people are doing wrong, and we should be able to have conversations. And sometimes we're gonna crack up and laugh at it because I don't want to be crying about this stuff. But let's stop giving them all that attention. And definitely, please, people, don't go on their platforms. Don't, don't, don't. It's what they want. It's what they feed it up. They like the gremlins. Do not feed them after dark. And don't listen to them after dark. Listen the next morning because I guarantee they are inebriated or something. They on some substance. I can tell you that. And that's not to be mean. It's how they act. But all right, guys, I love you. Let me get out of here. See ya. Happy pajama jammy jam. Love you, Nina. Nina says he'll see y'all later too. He love you too. Have a good one. Thank you everybody for stopping in. See you later.